seem like we're on the ball
I
and full of energy.
I'm not a late person.
No.
If I know I have to be punctual for things, I'll be punctual. But for coffee on Friday mornings, like where it's like, you know, it's not time sensitive, I might be 10 minutes late.
Right.
But
oh, we have to put our do not disturb thing on.
Oh yeah.
Just got a notification. Grocery Girls are live.
Do not disturb.
Until this evening. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Well,
Star.
Good morning, Star.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hey Zeus. Good morning.
Zeus.
Okay. We have a lot to unpack.
This is why we can't be late. People are waiting.
We have a lot
I love that.
to unpack.
Good morning, Amanda.
Okay, you know what is funny? Amanda is here, who is the crafty jackalope, and she is our sparkle
queen of sequins and or sparkle.
Every time I see sparkle in the world, I'm sending her photos. She must get so annoyed.
I did send her a pair of boots. Picture of boots.
Yeah.
Totally.
I sent her
Listen, I don't want her to miss any of it. She can rock all of it. So I feel like it's kind of a good thing that we're keeping her abreast of what's out there. I have to say, I did wear my sequined sweater to Woolen Folk, and I couldn't love it anymore. But lots of people were like, you know what? I wasn't sure I would love sequins, and now seeing it in person, I think I love them.
Actually, we had a couple of young girls, like 20s. One of them specifically had bought a kit from Amanda and brought it to show us. She's like, I didn't know I need sparkles.
No, they're so good. They're so good. And I love that. I mean, I love it because that's exactly what happened to me when she came to Knit Night last year at Knit City. I was like, I need a sweater just like that. So anyway, yes. Sparkles, Amanda, they're intertwined. You can't separate them.
We're so excited. I want to take a minute and say hello to everybody. We're the Grocery Girls. I'm Jodi.
I'm Tracie. What are we doing? This is us introducing ourselves, which is an anomaly. And you know, we should be much better at it by now.
Right.
We've been doing this, talking to an iPad in our basement about yarn for 6.5 years, almost 7 years. That's insane. So welcome. Thanks for coming.
Jen is homesick with COVID. We're wishing you a speedy recovery. Guess who brought COVID back from New York?
We were home all of 1 hour before we got the text.
Yeah. It's funny. Sunday I woke up.
It's not funny, but it was what?
Not funny. Ha ha.
No, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we traveled as a trio. We were in a car for 6 hours together. You and I shared a hotel room, blah, 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 all those things. And
shared straws.
Yeah. You were the only one that came home.
Yeah.
With the big C.
I went to New York and all I got was this crummy COVID.
Right.
No, I got way more than that.
Oh, you know, we got good stuff too.
Okay.
So we do have so much to share today. I do have knitting a little bit, but I was thinking today's a little bit of a sharing our time when we went away.
Yeah, I feel like the first part it'll be mostly regular scheduled podcast.
I have knitting. It's crazy. It's been a month since we've been here.
I know. You guys, the size of my bag.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. The size of my bag this morning, it's like, I don't think there's enough hours in the day today to share.
I agree. Yeah. Have you seen those tiny watermelons at the store?
No.
They're the size of like
I don't love those.
But I said to our fun produce guy, I said, I've never seen one so tiny.
Yeah.
And then I could not let that hang. That's what she said. Sorry, Tall.
Right.
Sorry. That's what she said.
He should have said no one ever.
Right. That was funny. That never gets old.
If you can't laugh at it, that never gets old. Joke, you can't be here.
Right. Yes, if you're just tuning in, there's no filters. Chug-a-lug.
I'm pounding 2 Diet Dr. Peppers. Whatever.
This is my second coffee, and I've been up an hour. Glad to see you live for the first time. Hi, Elaine.
It was a bit of a catch-up last week with work for Trace. I was sick, and I had to stay. I know the restrictions are kind of suggestive. I don't want to get anyone else sick, so I just stayed home for 5 days.
Thank you.
You know what's funny? Shane and I shared a bed, and he didn't even get sick.
It's just bizarre. I mean, I always want to do what the health professionals say you should do, but you hear all kinds of those stories, and it's a little.
I kissed him when I got home. I didn't test till after I got home from
Right.
work. So I greeted him.
So maybe our immune systems are better now with all the vaccines and boosters, and I feel like that's an indication of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no doctor, but that's my guess.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're feeling better.
So good.
It has been a wild week. We have so many fun things happening kind of all at the same time right now. But I'm back to things I'm happy that things are back to normal, that we're here.
Yeah, we do have some fun things coming out.
We do. In the next couple of weeks, there's like exciting, fun new things. So we're going to share all of those with everybody, of course.
God, we're like world travelers. Whatever. Vancouver and then New York, all within 3 weeks.
I can't handle it. Can I just say I appreciate people that travel all the time for work because just the travel is
not great.
Tiring.
Not great.
Tiring.
Yeah.
Paula, hello. Oh, I love it. I love that everybody's taking time out of their day to come hang with us now or later.
Everyone's loving the sweater. I cannot take credit, you guys. We'll talk about our sweaters, but Tracie knit both of these. So I want to say hi to my mom and my dad.
Yes.
My dad's probably golfing.
Dad's golfing. Mom said, I'm not golfing. The girls are live Thursday morning, so you guys can do your thing, but I have things to do.
That's so funny. Gosh, I miss them when they're away.
I know. That's what I said on Monday. We miss you guys.
Yeah.
It's been too long. So, good morning. Oh, no. Yes. You know what? So, sorry. I'm just reading. Somebody else brought COVID home from their trip to New York, too. It was a giant event.
Yeah. You girls are knitting machines. No. Tracie's a knitting machine.
No, not so much lately, but I do love it.
Listen, if there was a knitting machine to make sweaters in the round, I would have two. Wouldn't you? Like just the boring part at the after you're done the fun yoke.
I do love the way that you can buy sweaters in Shetland where they've been hand knit colorwork yokes, and then everything else. Then they hand it off, and someone machine knits the rest. That is to me the best of both worlds. I don't want a machine to do it all because I really do love the knitting.
Yes.
But the boring stockinette, sometimes I'm over it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I love it. But, when you're over it, it would be kind of awesome to have an alternative.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Maybe a bestie that doesn't like anything but stockinette.
Yes.
Here, this is now it's yours.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, I love it. I would love to have an option.
The East Coast.
Good morning, Mom.
Oh, is she there?
She's commenting.
The East, where we were outside the rural area, outside the city, and this time of year was absolutely breathtaking.
The Hudson Valley.
Like total show off.
So we talked before. So we're kind of babbling on. We went to New York Sheep and Wool, upstate New York, Rhinebeck weekend, bring it on. So with a girlfriend, we flew to Montreal, rented a car, drove down.
Sorry.
Why would we do that? Because it's autumn, and this is, out in the east, they have more maple trees, the leaves, it's a thing to go leaf peeping, right? So we're like, this is a brilliant idea.
Is that what it's called, leaf peeping?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I've heard people say.
So funny.
So we were going to do that. The drive down turned out to be a rainy day. So it was kind of drizzly.
Hey, Kev.
It's kind of drizzly in the morning.
Yes.
Or during the afternoon, which was fine. We still saw our leaves. We still had a great time. But then we stopped and did some things and had a nice dinner and ended up driving.
And by things, we mean Target.
Right. We went to Target. I know. It was our first of 2 Target stops on our trip.
What was the place we went to?
Saratoga Springs. We ended up stopping.
Yeah.
Which was not on my radar.
No.
But our girlfriend wanted to stop for something for her dad. So we went to the horse racing museum.
It was gorgeous.
It was
you
so
guys.
beautiful. I mean, it's that town where horse racing is king. Like it is the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes that town. So anyway, beautiful small town.
Yeah.
Had an amazing dinner at Brooks Tavern.
The
10 out of
food.
10 recommend if anybody's in
Yes.
town. But then we drove to our Airbnb in the pitch black. In, what would you call that storm?
Was a real good rainstorm, you guys.
Couldn't
And
see
pitch
the
black.
lines on the road.
Yeah.
It was a nail biter. It was crazy. And then, of course, we're out in the country, so there's not tons of bright light. You're looking for these little roads, and it's pitch black. Anyway, adventure right off the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
We made it.
You know what the great thing about a road trip is? The first leg going down is always really good. After 5 days in New York, I was getting sick it was
We
not
were
so fun coming
exhausted.
back. Yeah.
Hi, Sunny.
But all in all, I would not change a thing.
Me either. But the drive, the almost 5-hour drive home was for suckers. We
Thumbs down.
just remember, you're going like a maniac the whole weekend. I feel like we have a few tips now to pass on to our friends.
Yeah.
Just remember, going home, you are sucked of every drop
Yeah.
of energy you've ever had.
Yeah.
So just remember that.
What sounds good and is fun going there, you just want to get home.
It was awesome, but now I don't need to do it again. I've seen that area, seen the drive.
Yeah.
So glad we did it, but been there, done that, check it off. And the next time we go, I can fly in, hopefully somewhere 15 minutes.
Look, a 2-hour drive any day, there and back.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we have footwear advice. We have all kinds of good advice, things that
We'll forget this and do the exact same shit show in 5 years.
people are saying, oh, I missed you this year. I'll see you next year. Probably not.
Nope, you won't.
Listen, there is a 99.9% chance you will not see us next
Okay,
year.
let's
Not
not
for
say-
any reason.
Let's say not never.
Okay, I'm glad you say that.
And that was actually my other point, because do you guys all remember what I said 5 years ago?
I'm never, with a capital Never,
Never.
going back.
My experience this time was completely different.
It was different. But it is, so New York Sheep and Wool, big, beautiful event.
Yeah.
And that's something you have to remember. Are you a crowds person? Are you someone that likes, a hilly terrain? It's a big grounds. These are all just things you have to think about before you go, because crowds everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's something that, if somebody says, do you want to go to a crowded location? Usually I'm like, I'll pass.
No.
But Saturday there was super crowded.
The biggest crowd they've ever seen.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
So lucky us.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing show. It is so different from anything we go to. It's got the livestock and all the farm yarns and a different part of the world. I mean, I do love it for so many reasons.
We saw everything this year.
We really did.
Pretty close to everything.
I feel like we killed it.
Oh my God.
I mean, we're already jumping way around because we went to Cake Palooza.
Okay,
we
let's
went
start
to
at the
Woolen
beginning.
Folk.
Let's start at the beginning and we're not going to go into like minute by minute, but we would really love to share our experience with it, you guys, because there were so many events that went on that were so amazing. And ultimately for me, if I didn't come home with one skein of yarn, I was fine.
Yes.
It's the physical connections
Yes.
that you finally got to make of people you were friends with online. So that was my highlight.
Totally.
So, but nevertheless, we bought some shit. We saw some people.
It was 72 hours of like love and community and a beautiful location and incredible events that were planned, and just you could tell everybody at these events was loving every minute.
Yeah.
Like the bravo and kudos to all the hard work that went into these events, because
totally,
these are coming back next year. So
Yes.
72 hours of breaking the bank. Were you like hanging over my shoulder?
I actually wouldn't even say we broke the bank, if I'm honest.
Well, I came home and said we hardly brought any yarn, and yet we needed another suitcase to come home.
Whatever.
So
I did buy 2 dog jackets at Target.
True.
That's why I
True.
needed the suitcase.
True.
Anyway.
True. So we had a great Airbnb just outside of, we were in Red Hook actually. So it's not far from.
Everything was within 30 minutes.
Not far from.
Rhinebeck, 15 minutes.
Super close to Rhinebeck, a little
Yeah.
further from Saugerties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is where Cake Palooza was. That was our first thing that we did.
Oh, yes.
Right?
It was so good.
It was really great. So we'd never, I don't know, have we been to Saugerties? I don't know. Anyway, get in the van, off we go. Navigation takes us to Cake Palooza, which is right in town. And I think it was behind a yarn shop. Cake will.
I didn't actually see.
I don't
but
know
I
for
think
sure.
I think we were close.
Somebody said
yes.
that. But it was an outdoor event, sort of in this sort of parking lot-y area. It's way nicer than I'm making it sound. But it was intimate. I don't know how many vendors there were, but it was kind of a really nice outdoor, lots of tents, lots of people. But not a million vendors, but enough that it was awesome. You must go.
It seemed like 20 plus vendors, maybe.
I wish I had I don't know. You can always look it up to see how many
25-ish, something like that.
It was a great conglomeration of incredible makers that every single booth was amazing.
Yes.
Right? So we got to see people that have only been faces in our Instagram feed or pals in DMs or whatever. Like one of the first booths was Black Pro Magic, Shayla.
Okay, these two were an absolute highlight of my weekend.
I know. So Shayla, Black Pro Magic, all her amazing bags and other things that she makes, brought her husband Lamont.
I fell in love. I'm sorry, Shane. I did. I swear those two.
Just the joy and like just beaming with joy. The most lovely, lovely people.
I'm just bringing up Black Pro Magic so we can show.
Okay.
Shayla, if you guys follow her, and she does lots of lives and stuff,
Yeah.
and she exudes this glow and light about her, it is so much more magnified in person. Like, she was a doll.
It's funny because we've been to shows and people will say, and it sounds so bizarre, people will say, oh, you look so much better in person. And I kind of think, okay, but it's so true because I felt the same, like just seeing people in real life, I feel like is just more, it's just more.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like better, but everything's better in person.
If you guys remember, Shayla makes all of these totes, project bags, pouches and sacks out of vinyl. No.
Like, I think so.
Yeah, okay, vinyl, but it's clear and it's sparkled and it's colored.
I mean, you can look at her stuff. You can look at it, see someone walking by with a bag and know that that's Black Pearl Magic. I feel like she's got her style and her groove, and she was just, she was a delight. Here's the thing. I know I'm going to forget a whole bunch of names, so
yeah.
This is off the cuff. There is no list to remember. It's hard. It's going to be, we can't mention everybody. I'm just thinking I know I'm going to forget.
Are.
So, I mean, when we met everyone and hugged everyone, it was as joyful for everybody.
Yeah.
But Cake Palooza was really fun because there were no big crowds.
Yeah.
Right? And they did have a timed entry so you could go.
Sheila.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Urban Girl Yarns.
Sheila.
Come on. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And Vincent.
Okay, I'm going to have to gush about Vincent a little bit more. He'll come into play a little bit later because we sat down and had a meal together. But,
I mean, everybody that we saw. We got to see Lemonade Shop. We got to see Martha of Tough Woolens. We got to see the Yarnbirds truck. I mean, if you go down and look at all the vendors, it was incredible. And we got to see
Chelsea Yarns.
Chelsea Yarns.
Her name's not Chelsea.
Every time.
Ken's yarn is not Ken.
This was an ongoing conversation all weekend. Jody's like, what do you mean her name's not Birdie Parker?
Yeah.
And it's just funny now. But it was such a it was a lovely, welcoming. The day was beautiful.
It was an amazing event. Cake Palooza was
all the booths were busy. Tanny, Casey,
Diane,
bags.
Suburban Stitcher.
So many people.
I can't even.
So many.
Yeah. The lineup at Cake Palooza, not lineup of people, the curated list of vendors was incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And yet, pretty busy. Like, even though I say there wasn't big crowds, there was not really an opportunity to chat a lot with vendors because they were busy.
Yeah.
Which is the best. That's the whole thing, right? So, Cake Palooza was great. And we loved it. Right? I loved it. Saugerties looked adorable.
Oh, you guys, I could live in any of those small towns and be one happy person.
And there was a cupcake booth. Shamika had her cupcakes.
Yes.
So there were familiar faces that are literally just your Instagram feed, and you're like, oh, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then, people that you kind of run into here and there.
Mm-hmm.
It was really fun. The whole weekend was like that.
So good.
The whole weekend was like that.
Friday was packed because then, so we did that.
Yeah.
Jumped in the car. We had to be at Woolen Folk.
Yeah.
Which was, it is the second annual.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the first, I think, it blew up.
It did. And I think, so I was thinking about it to last year. You and I, we were invited to come to Woolen Folk last year. We just weren't ready to travel yet with COVID and all that stuff. So we just thought we would wait. Yeah. And last year it was smaller, less vendors, less ticket holders. And you're right, it totally exploded this year. So it was how exciting for Catherine and Felicia to have their event grow so much.
Love it.
And be so well attended. It really was the most unique event that I've ever been to for a Fibre event, because there's a bar, there's a dance floor, there's live music, there's food trucks. It's down along the river. It's in the Hutton Brickyards, which is this beautiful open air shelter. So everything was under, but I wouldn't call it indoors, right? Everything's open to the outside, which is amazing.
The location was second to none.
It was so beautiful.
The only thing is I wish I would have spent time enjoying, because I looked at the river once.
I know. It was...
That's okay. It was a busy event. Pardon me. It, I think, was super successful. The feedback that we got from everybody was incredible. That was the event that we did the podcaster lounge with Gay, and Adela hopped with us. I invited.
It was amazing. So the one other beautiful thing that they had that was very unique, and that's how we got invited, was to be part of the podcaster patio. So there was the Knitters League, Needles at the Ready, Denise Earth Tones Girl, Gigi, and Grocery Girls. That's everybody, right?
Yeah.
And so there were timed sort of little talks. And there was this little tent, sort of an open, sheltery tent, a little table for a few of us. And we got an hour to just chat or do whatever we wanted to do. And that's when we got there. We were like, okay, where do we go? What do we do? I don't know what's going on. Because it was packed. There were so many people, so many vendors. But eventually, we ended up figuring it out. And so we came around this little corner to see, they're like, here's your tent. And so you come around the corner and there's this little hill.
Wait a minute.
Excuse me? You mean we're not just talking to an iPad with nobody
covered
around?
in people?
Covered
I don't
in
get
people.
nervous. For the first for the 2 minutes before we actually sat down, there was no anxiety, but it's like, oh my god, this is not what we normally
surprised how many people came.
Michael's here.
Hey, Michael. I was surprised to see so many people waiting for us.
Well, they were coming.
My heart did go, like just for a second. But then you remember, these are all just your people. These are your knitters, your yarn lovers.
I thought
they were really there to see Gay and Adela.
Holy fuck, we should have prepared more.
No, it was, and that was the whole thing. We wanted it to be organic, and so it was really fun to just ask each other questions. It was smoking hot. It was very hot. And then near the end, we got to, Gay and Adela have this feud.
Beef. A little bit of beef between them.
About who's taller. And we had the ultimate measure. No shoes, flat surface, tape measure. Jodi's measuring them. So there was a fun little session there where we measured the ladies. It didn't go as well as Gay expected.
No.
And then you and Adela had brought yarn. And it turned out to be like a
let's throw yarn.
Scramble.
Yes.
So there was yarn sock sets being thrown around at the end. It was just really, it was lovely to say hi to people. And we had a great time. I hope people enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was super fun.
And thank you to Modern Daily Knitting. Sponsored the whole thing.
Sponsored the event.
And right after we finished that, we stood for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And took pictures with people.
Which sounds obnoxious. I wouldn't wait for an hour and a half for you.
Right? I hope, people, they were not waiting an hour and a half, but the line kept, anyway.
Yeah.
It was.
Which for me is my favorite part.
So nice to see everybody.
Which is surprising because I don't in my life, if I can back out of anything social with people, 100%. I will.
I know.
I say yes and automatically think, okay, now how the fuck
am
I going to get out of this?
I'm happy to stay home and just do my thing. I'm not looking to go out, looking to have that kind of excitement all the time. Yeah. But these sorts of events are different.
They are different.
And how many sisters did we have come up to us?
I love it.
The sister groups, couldn't love them more. Young knitters, the men that are, Caleb taught his mom and his aunt like how to knit.
Yes, I know.
We just couldn't go anywhere that weekend without running into knitters. Starbucks run. Hi, knitters.
Yes. We see a sweater. A hand knit sweater. Ice cream.
Yeah.
Knitter.
Ice cream.
We
knitters.
could see her sweater.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was so much fun. I was really disappointed we didn't get a chance to see the other podcasters do their thing.
I know.
Because that overlapped with us saying hello to other people. So
you
can't have it all.
You can't have it all.
We didn't even see all the vendors.
No.
I never saw the food truck.
And we were still there, you guys, when people were dismantling.
Yes.
Excuse me, after 7 o'clock.
Yes. Closing it down, which was great.
Because we really wanted to get to the whole thing. There was over 60 vendors at this event. And I would highly recommend if anybody was thinking about it or wondering, don't wonder, just go. It's an amazing event.
I think so
and
too.
you guys plan to stay the day.
I would stay. I was just going to say the tickets are the same price, I feel like, as anywhere else.
Yeah.
But lots of the other events are like you get a 90-minute or a 2-hour window, and it's a marketplace. Go there, do your shopping. This, you can spend the whole day. You can do all of that. You can meet friends. You can drink and
It was meant to gather.
And exactly.
Gather.
So here was the little program, which
Look at the back.
someone gave to me. You guys, I had to share this because of the back. So
It's a chart.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
For a cowl. Catherine of Brooklyn General designed this cowl. This is it's for Nitrino. So you go to the Nitrino.
Okay.
You scan the QR code and you get Nitrino, and the pattern is available through there. So there's the guitars and the sheep and the Hutton Brickyards, the 2022. I just feel like making this.
That is
as like
adorable.
a souvenir cowl. I mean, I wonder if Brooklyn General had yarn kits and stuff for this. I don't know.
I don't know. We never got to Brooklyn General.
I'm not kidding you. Friday, bought just a few skeins of yarn.
Yeah.
Not very much.
No.
And earrings. Can you see?
Yeah. I bought earrings too, but
Speaking of Birdie Parker,
I bought them for Birdie.
I do love them.
Yeah. Right, Tracie. They look
They sweet, but I can't wear certain metals all the time.
Yes.
So I always just keep my studs in. But I used to wear more dangly earrings, and I have to say, they feel kind of fun.
I feel like this is a new you. Like your beautiful beaded earrings.
I know,
Now
I love.
Like, right?
I do love the danglies, so maybe I need a bit more. But there are the gorgeous ladies. This is Catherine and Felicia. They are Woolen Folk. And all of the amazing vendors. I mean, I didn't even get a chance to go to Mayak and shop.
I know, how ridiculous.
I had plans. So
We had plans to spend a whole lot
I've
more
already
money.
placed an order at Mayak online.
Here's the trouble. We wanted to do Cake Palooza. Like, I know other people just did Woolen Folk.
Right.
And that was probably our downfall, is to not come earlier to Woolen Folk.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But also we loved where we went. So
That's what I mean.
you can't be in two places at one time.
I wouldn't give up Cake Palooza.
Me either.
Because
So honestly, huge thanks to Catherine and Felicia for inviting us to the podcaster patio, because it was really unique and fun.
Yeah.
It was different than anything we've ever done. It was amazing to sit with Gay and Adela. I, of course, now have all kinds of questions because, now that we've done it, I'm like, I had questions and I can have better questions. But
That's so funny.
we've been told it was recorded. I haven't seen anything yet. So if we get a copy of that, we will put it up here on our channel.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's also just a good thing to know that if you were thinking about it, is it worth the trip? I feel like even if you're not shopping a ton, but the vendors are amazing, but the experience of the day, the weather was beautiful, the location's beautiful.
Take your soccer chair.
Have a lunch. You can knit with a friend. You don't have to blow the bank. I think tickets were like $25 or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's for the day. You're in for the day then.
Yeah.
You can have a glass of wine and knit with your friend by the river and shop if you want, right?
Yeah. It was an incredible event.
It really was.
Yeah.
We got to see people, like we turn around and there's Michelle of Woolens and Nosh, who's an excellent hugger. She gives great hugs.
Yeah, she was. She did.
And actually there's so much, I feel like there was so much hugging. That just felt so good.
Moondrake.
Rochelle.
How adorable. Have we met her?
Yes, at DFW, but it was very quick.
Okay. She was hilarious.
She is adorable and funny, and it was her and her husband. Her booth was wiped out by the time we got around.
I'm not unhappy about that.
I'm thrilled for her.
Not happy about my stash.
I did get to bring home a few skeins of her stuff, you guys. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
You'll want more.
Mm-hmm.
And she's wonderful. She's really sweet. She's Canadian and ended up marrying her husband and now lives in Oklahoma.
Oh,
and is
really?
now, got her citizenship, US this year. Anyway, super sweet, adorable. Got to see Damien the Magpies. That hasn't happened for the longest time. And Candace, and we met Rachel of Ritual Dye. Like, I love meeting people I've never met before.
Mm-hmm.
Right? How about Sarah and the Lamb and Kid? Like,
I was just going to say,
Sarah and Bob.
That was one booth I was disappointed was wiped out. But going at the end of the day.
Listen, we ended up coming out with lots of stuff. And
I didn't buy anything.
You didn't?
No.
I did.
No. You know why?
It was actually, I wanted to buy more.
I know.
But it, like you said, it was near the end of the day. These people have been there all day. They want to pack up and go home.
Mm-hmm.
And we did get to meet, oh God, I'm so bad. Wanderlust Knitter is her name on, and she's a great designer. She's been designing lots with Lamb and Kid.
She was that sweater, you guys, that I showed. That was it's a new pattern, and it's like giant chevron stripes.
Okay, it's called Wavy Gravy. I bought the pattern so long ago, and honestly, I have yarn to make it. Her name is Caitlin Turowski, and I'm so sorry that I can't remember
you guys,
anything.
This is Caitlin. Thank you, Joyce.
This is what, like the joy, like her smile. I think the biggest one all day. And she did right now, the newest pattern in this line is called the Big Fluff. It is, oops, sorry. It's actually not.
The shawl.
It's,
right? Is it the shawl?
Sorry, it's not the Big Fluff. I think it's a Wavy Gravy wrap.
Okay.
Big Fluff is a different one. Here it is. Wavy Gravy wrap. And she and Sarah were both wearing these. And it's knit in a Aran weight Surrey alpaca silk. This thing was like an angel cloud. It was so light. Anyway, just speaking, like things that stick in your memory of beautiful yarn, joyful people. Got to see Kemper of Junk Yarn again. And her booth was packed. Mm-hmm. She had all the fun Barbie yarn.
Have yarn from these people that I mean that we'll talk about more when that I'll mention. Just the connections ultimately for me were just
well. And here's the thing: we planned one thing before we left. We made one dinner reservation and reached out to Adela and Gay and Jimmy and Shelby and said, I don't know if you have time.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to be too tired, I totally get it. But if you have time, we would love to sit down and have a meal.
Yeah. Because
when you go to these events, it's packed, right? There's not time to socialize or visit.
I mean, there wasn't time for us. I mean, obnoxious as that sounds, we didn't. If someone's going to come up and say hello, and I would like to talk to you for a minute and introduce myself and take a photo, we will do that all day long.
Of course.
So because we love doing that, we didn't get a ton of time to ourselves.
So
we
wanted to monopolize them a little bit.
So we knew we had to take it away from an event if we wanted to sit down and really visit.
Right. So that was a gigantic highlight.
Chuck.
It was very. I keep thinking back to the moment because we come to Woolen Folk. We don't know what's going on. We're looking around. What's that? Where do we go? And the next thing we know, I come around and there's Gay, and Jimmy is coming around from behind someone and surprises you. And it was emotional.
Very.
It's emotional.
Yeah. When you meet
such a loser.
When you meet people for the first time,
it's just been a long time. We've never been in a room with Jimmy and Adela, and it's been way too long.
And we're close friends before
it's
this.
Crazy.
And to think you hadn't been in a room together.
It's crazy.
Adela also had her brother Chuck, who was hilarious.
He's a sweetheart.
He was quite quiet, but he's not a knitter.
I said to Adela, can I refer to you guys as sweet and spicy? He's sweet.
Yes.
You're spicy. Anyway, it's so fun to meet family of friends like that. And when I gave Adela a big hug, I was like level 10 clinger. She hugged me and I'm kind of crying. And then we stepped back and I was like, I'm sorry, it's been too long.
Totally.
Like another one with her and Jimmy. So that's the joy of traveling. All the hassle and tired and travel. That is why, right? The connections and it was
Shelby, Gay's daughter, Shelby in the book club, is stunning. You
Oh
think
my
that girl is
gosh.
beautiful in a photo?
inside and out.
You see her in person.
Yeah.
That woman glows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could go on and on.
Yes.
And on and on.
And then so dinner was wonderful. And there were we ended up
okay, but that's not the first dinner.
I know.
We're jumping all over the place.
We are the worst. We should have it written
after
down.
Woolen Folk, we had met Cabin Boy Knits.
Yeah.
And
Jamie and Christopher.
we have met Jamie and Christopher for the first time in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
And we love them.
Of
So we
course.
said, what are you doing tonight for dinner? This is at Woolen Folk, and we decided
We're starving.
Yeah.
We have no plans. We don't know where we are.
we all need to eat.
Like
So
an hour ago.
Yeah. We ended up sitting down and having a meal with them
Mm-hmm.
and completely falling in love with them.
Totally. It was wonderful. It was
Yeah.
so, again, the highlight when you get to actually sit and visit and make friends and someone that you felt, oh, I'd really love to spend more time with you in Montreal. And then we made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, love. Love, love, love. It was
Jamie
so,
is so
much fun.
naughty. He is like, I don't know. He was just the best person to sit next to. He was fun. He was witty.
Yeah.
He was sweet. They were both.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
Chris as well.
So much
Chris as
fun.
well. They're
so
just
easy to talk to.
very different personalities.
Enjoyed every minute. They complement each other so well.
Yeah.
And there was like no real small talk. It was just like, let's,
It's funny
It was
because there's
great.
no awkwardness
No.
of getting to know. It was like you dove in.
Yeah.
It was
was great.
really good.
And we were so starving. And so we're like Googling what's somewhere close that's open that we want to eat. So this Italian restaurant, great. Frank Guido's something in Kingston. Sounds awesome. And our girlfriend Amber goes, actually, I think that's where our reservation is tomorrow night. So we ate 2 nights in a row at this Italian restaurant in Kingston. It was really good. I would say loved it. Food was terrific. Didn't you think?
You guys, the meatballs. I dream about their meatballs.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, so we did have 3 really nice dinners.
Yeah.
Meals.
Yeah, so okay, and then Saturday we had an amazing meetup. Wandered like the
Saturday was at the fair, like at
Yeah.
the fairgrounds, Dutchess County Fairgrounds, New York Sheep and Wool. This is what people call Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
Everything else is sort of a add-on event of the weekend. They've kind of like built out from the weekend, right?
Yeah.
So
good.
So when people say I'm going to Rhinebeck, typically that's what they mean. That the New York Sheep and Wool day was stunningly beautiful. Blue
Mhm.
skies forever. And when you come in, it's like, oh my gosh, look at those sea of cars. The parking lot.
I've never.
We actually came in the back side, not the front side like we did last time.
Yeah, we came in by the animal barns.
Yes. I actually really like that.
And it's so funny because we didn't, like, the guy just waved us on and Amber just kind of went where not the other big line of cars were going. She kind of went a different way. You guys, we couldn't have been closer to
Parking
your gate.
karma was 10 out of 10.
We were 6 or 8 cars the first day from the entrance.
Which is nice, especially at the end of the day, right? So it was
Yeah.
really good. But yeah, so we end up Saturday. Here we are. Got our empty tote bag. We're
Yeah.
ready to do it.
I mean, I don't know that we need to go into complete detail for every booth that we go in. We do have some yarn we're going to share.
yeah, let's just share the yarn when
But
we
the
when we do it.
experience of Saturday was a touch overwhelming. The people, there was a lot of people, but nevertheless, just the podcaster meetup and those physical connections
Yes.
that you make
Yes.
with people who,
Every single person that made time in their day to come say hello and can I have a picture?
yeah,
You totally made our trip. You made
You
our
did.
day we feel very isolated when we do this, and we don't realize that until you get out in the world, because it's just us and an iPad. So when you get out in the world and see that people are on the other side and watching, and
Dragon Horde Yarn. We
Dragon
saw her.
Horde. Oh,
She had a beautiful
Tristan.
booth.
Yeah, again, so busy. I hardly got a chance to say hello.
Mm-hmm.
I was just admiring everything.
You know what I just saw on my phone?
Joe.
A Canadian treadmill recall. They don't have one.
Don't have to worry about that one.
Shocking.
Of course, if the Lay's chip recall comes in, we need to be more.
We need to be aware.
We need to watch.
Eyes up.
But
Yes.
it was amazing. So last time we went to Rhinebeck, which was 2017, it's been 5 full years. We missed all the livestock basically.
Yeah.
So this year we were like, that's not happening. That is not happening this year. So thank goodness we ended up parking right by them. That was kind of one of our
Yes.
first stops.
If I could have fit a sheep in my bag, I would have.
They were so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. But and we got to see like one of the, I'll show you the yarn.
It really is an event like no other. When you have, I know there's other events where you have livestock as well. This was just our experience with like having the livestock there.
We don't go to any that have that.
If you can make one year and do that and enjoy the livestock and the maker, they were shearing, there were people spinning, it was just the whole experience.
And I think it's
was
really
really fun.
important to show appreciation
Yeah.
to the people that are loving and raising the sheep so that we can have yarn to knit.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal. So
Yeah.
I know there's like Maryland Sheep and Wool, which is also on the list of places we'd love to go. They have lots of livestock, but it's a smaller event. It's actually something that really appeals to me.
There was a lady who said, well, it's not a whole lot smaller. She said it's still real big.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Somebody's lying to me then.
That's okay. I mean, yes, it's smaller.
But I still want to do it. I've never been to Maryland, right?
I say we pick a new one each year that we haven't done.
I love that idea.
What do you think?
Yes. Yes.
Like next year, maybe it's Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Sure. I mean, Maryland is in May, so May I'm technically booked up, but we'll see how it goes.
We got to put in for some time
I feel like maybe I should put some days on the calendar, but I can't be there. Anyway, I did love it. That's a huge thing for me to see the people that love the sheep and raise the sheep and pet the sheep.
It's the 50th anniversary next year.
Oh, well, I feel like that's got to be a done deal.
Jerry, we need some time off.
How maybe one wants to come.
Oh, yes.
And Kelly says Shetland. Shetland, yes, please.
Yes, Kelly.
We actually got to see Shetland sheep.
Yeah.
Jode.
I just got to do it. We just got to book the tickets and then I can't get out.
Somebody said, let's plan like a group of 10 to 12 of us to go. And then we're done.
Who said that? Tell me later.
Okay. And I said,
not a secret.
I'm in. Let's work on the other one. Let's work on, So anyway, it was really fun. But if you're thinking about going, it's a big, big event. That's all you have to remember.
SAF?
Yeah. What's that?
Something Fiberfest.
Okay. But then, so Saturday we walked the barns, we did our meetup, we got to see lots of people that we wanted to say hello to, and then, but hardly bought any yarn, not very much.
No. Do you know, you guys, a lot of the booths were real busy.
We walked by all the booths we were kind of interested in, and they were literally a wall of people. And I'm not going...
SAF is Southeast Animal Fiber Fair in
North Carolina. Oh, for sure, I want to go to that. I'm never going to be the person that's pushing my way through a crowd to go see yarn. So if a booth is that busy, I'm just walking by. And so you do end up missing lots, right? And I think there were Wi-Fi issues, which must have been crazy for the vendors. So there were lineups to pay that were taking a crazy amount of time. So that's frustrating. But people said, you guys should come back tomorrow. It's so much quieter.
You guys, we never, ever planned on going Sunday.
But we did.
And realized this was the day to go.
Don't tell anybody. It's just between you and me.
No.
But it's much quieter on
Sunday's
Sunday.
the day you want to go.
Yeah. So there is not the meetups and things like that on Sunday. So if you really want to go say hi to someone, Saturday is when they do these official meetups. But
good morning, Gay. I didn't know you were here. No,
Hi, Gay. No, I'm not fighting to get yarn. And that's the thing, too, you have to remember. You can buy all of this stuff online.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's really fun to see stuff in front of you that you've never seen before because yarn's always better in person and you can feel it and squish it and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah. Someone just said Oregon Fiber Festival.
Really?
That's close.
I know.
We could walk there.
Vermont Sheep and Wool, sign me up. This
Yeah.
sounds horrible, you guys. I do love to travel. I love to see
I feel
places.
like we pick a new one every year.
Well, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
But we had a ball. Should we talk about knitting? I don't know what else to say because we do have so much to share.
I just.
It was wonderful. It was amazing.
Also, we ended up wandering on Sunday, and another few people that we felt like we wanted to sit down. It was all the gays.
Yes.
We just want to sit and visit, right?
It did end up turning out to be that.
So we reached out to Kevin and Ray,
Mm-hmm.
who are Needles at the Ready podcast, and if you haven't, please watch.
Totally.
Needles at
All
the Ready.
of the podcasts we mentioned.
They're hilarious. Yeah, that's right. We'll do
Everybody.
a list because there's a lot of people.
I mean, totally. And these are all people that I watch on YouTube. I loved meeting Denise of Earth Tones Girl. I wish we had a moment to sit at a picnic table with her.
Totally.
And the Knitters League lady. I never even saw them.
Cabin, is that you? We were just talking about you. I love you so much. Cabin boy.
The Knitters League ladies never even saw, other than they were sitting doing their thing and we were going the other direction. I kind of waved to Sophia. I never ever saw them. So it was busy. Woolen Folk was super busy, but in a great way. I mean, what a successful event.
Yeah.
Right?
And so
yeah, Kevin and Ray.
We reached out to Kevin and Ray and we said, let's wander. We were going to spend some time Sunday at Rhinebeck, and as were they. And then we said, let's meet for a later lunch, which we did. Do you guys know we ate one time in Rhinebeck 5 years ago? One time. It was later at night. There wasn't a lot of options open, and we happened upon this restaurant called...
It was the Amsterdam.
Yeah.
It was actually an amazing dinner. It was so good.
So good. Guess where they recommended we go again? The Amsterdam.
So we ended up at the Amsterdam for brunch. And when you looked at the menu, it seems a little fancy, but ultimately the food was... It was unbelievable. And it's not as fancy as you think. No. Everything was just really, really well done.
Yeah.
So we had a great brunch.
Oh.
And Michael, Piece for Piece, was there. So there were 6 of us. And we basically had the upstairs of the restaurant to ourselves.
Oh, you guys.
And kind of closed out the afternoon there. Which was wonderful.
The one thing that I struggle is too strong.
Paula said she loved the Amsterdam too.
Yes, it was so good. The one thing that I always gets me down a little bit is I won't see these people again for how long?
Well, in person. That's what I mean. You have to make these things happen. Yes. You can Zoom. Maybe they're really glad they don't see us very often.
Yeah. I think Kevin and
Ray,
they're
saying they had fun. Good.
Kevin and Ray were like, how the fuck did we end up here? And how fast can we eat our food and get out?
Yeah, totally.
No. But I honestly, truly, I feel like we need to, every few weeks, make a point of connecting because it was too good.
I agree, Jodi.
It was too good.
Cabin Boy Knit says we're invited to the cabin anytime. They should really make sure they're very clear about their language because
we'll come. We'll come visit.
Right. Actually, I would love to go.
I know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, would love to.
And die with him for a bit. Like,
yeah. I mean, you could learn so much.
Your face was like...
No, I just never thought of it that way. But Christopher's a natural dyer. He's just the most beautiful... They both do the most beautiful yarn.
Yeah.
So, and teaches. I would love to go to one of his classes.
And they have a men's knitting retreat, which...
Jodi's trying to get invited to the men's knitting retreat.
Yes.
It would be super fun. I feel like that invitation's not coming, but whatever.
So all in all, you guys, 49 minutes later, 2 thumbs up. My opinion, and Tracie thought maybe because we knew what to expect this time.
It wasn't a shock to the system.
Yeah.
We were shocked last time.
Yeah.
And something that I did love too is people would walk by and just kind of wave. Hi, grocery girls. Yes. And we're just kind of like... getting a chance to see things too. I love that. A big thing for me was so exciting for both of us. We were coming in the grounds on Sunday and I said to Jodi,
I didn't recognize her, you did.
I said, that's Jeanette Sloan taking a picture by that sign. And did you see the picture in our Instagram stories?
I did. You got to show it.
I don't know where it is now.
Oh, okay.
But Jeanette's taking the picture with the sign with her sister, like the fairground sign, and you'll see this sweater walking behind them. And that's literally the moment I was saying to Jodi, oh my gosh, that's Jeanette Sloan.
Yes.
And then we come around one of the barns and there they are. So I
Yeah.
just kind of like gave a little wave and she was like, hi. And we'd never met in person, but DM'd a tiny bit. I just love Jeanette Sloan for all of the reasons. And it was just nice to have a little chat and move on.
Do you know that tragically, when she got home, her
I did,
cat
Jodi.
was missing?
I know.
I felt, I mean, we're here and they're in the UK. There's nothing we can do, but I felt the terror,
That
you know,
is
like, and then
her
thankfully
support.
you guys,
Yes.
they found the cat.
Yeah.
But oh my God, Jeanette.
She's just been through
Her
so
and her
much.
sister, how
What
gorgeous were
lovely,
they? They were
lovely
lovely
ladies.
ladies. And
Those are the warm and fuzzies.
we didn't want to ask them for a picture, but we
Totally.
did want a picture.
Totally. Didn't want to ask. Also because they're here to enjoy the day too.
Yeah.
Right? So
Tracie, normally I have no trouble asking. I don't know why I didn't.
let's go to London and let's
Take
do a
that
trip
photo.
and we'll do the photo somewhere else.
Yeah.
Amazing. So those were, everybody was a highlight, but it was really fun to spot. Like, I didn't see Andrea Mowry. She had a meetup of like, how many Alpenglow sweaters were there? It was the
yes.
Rhinebeck
I
sweater.
have to say, loved the sweater when I saw it. I kind of thought, oh, I'm not sure that would be one that I would knit.
Right.
You guys seeing these, everybody's sweater in
Yeah.
person, it's a
That's going to
stunning
be
pattern.
so thrilling for Andrea, for Magpie Damie with the yarn, and the Spinsters with the Spin
Yeah.
Cycle yarn. It is just an amazing collaboration. And now you've seen, it was hundreds of knitters at their meetup.
I don't think hundreds.
I've seen pictures. Like it was,
like maybe 100.
Maybe 100. Okay.
Okay.
It seems that's a lot. It looks like a giant crowd.
That
on
sounded
little
like a
hill.
total bitch when I just said that.
There were for sure hundreds of sweaters.
Wow. Yes.
No, it didn't sound like a bitch. You're right. I
Just like,
I blew
wait
it out.
a minute.
No, but
Tracie, the hill was packed.
the
that
hill was
photo.
tiny.
Yes.
So enough people, maybe 100 people would make
Yeah.
it look, who the hell knows? It was a lot.
There was 4. Actually, let's just say it like it is. No, that was really bitchy of me. Yes, there was so many people.
Yeah. And the sweater, basically what we're trying to say is, it's amazing.
You guys, it's
Seeing all the
amazing.
versions of it.
Because that one chevron, you guys, in the pattern is a textured,
It's Surrey.
and the rest is not.
Yeah.
It is so
And
spectacular in
it's
person.
down here too.
I'm going to bring it up.
So everybody knows the sweater, and it was Andrea's like Rhinebeck sweater. She does a design every year and they collaborate with the yarn, and we are never that person in that we always think like we were the last people to knit the love note, I'm sure, after we saw it at Knit City. But it's fun to come home with inspiration, right? With lots of different patterns, and that's a beauty. That's a beauty.
This line, this yellow line here, as well as the yellow on the cuff, is the only section with the fuzz added.
Oh, I see Karina from Louie and Lola Yarns. Okay, Karina, it's the middle of the night. Go back to sleep.
Okay, we have to talk about that too.
We have lots of fun things with Louie and Lola coming up today.
I would have loved to have said hello. I've never met the Spinsters. I
Me
wanted to
either.
meet them. It's funny, I waved to them in Vancouver. I'm a fan.
Totally.
I would love to say hello.
One of those times I went to Stitches West without you, I was in the bathroom and then came out of the stall and they're washing their hands or doing their lip, whatever. They were at the
So
mirror.
funny.
And it was like, oh, that's it. That's my whole relation.
Did you say hi?
Yes, but not just as people. Like, I don't
yeah.
presume they would know anything about me,
No.
but I recognize them. And I mean, they had a giant booth at Stitches West when I was there.
The Spinsters?
Oh, huge. I mean, they're on the West Coast.
Yes.
So anyway, they had a big booth. It was awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
Would it-
And I have an FO to show with color changing yarn, their color changing yarn. I'm officially addicted. Officially addicted to color work with color changing yarn.
Yes.
Like it's just
Right.
finally seen the light. I've been collecting it and now I have to start knitting it more.
That's so funny.
It is funny.
I feel like I could just keep chatting with
It's
the
been
people.
an obnoxiously long time.
I just have to say, Shayla
Yeah.
Black Pearl Magic,
Yeah.
her husband Lamont. I think I wondered if he thought ew by the time the weekend was done, because every time I saw this man,
We're not the only people that kept asking for hugs, but I know we seem like
this man hugged like I have never been hugged in my life.
I agree. There's a lot of warmth, right? It was for someone that doesn't know you, it was amazing. It was an amazing. I said to Jodi, "Here's Shayla."
Tracie said, "You
gotta
go get
That
a hug."
sounds so creepy.
It's not.
But
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't. It was not.
You
No,
could
but me
feel
is
the
like,
love.
I don't know you, but
No, but then I did it again.
anyway, lovely people. And I did get a chance to visit with Shayla and talk about how much I admire her carving her own path. And I know they've got little kids. And I know it's not easy having your own business and you're trying to be a good mom and be a good wife. And
she is.
Your business is
an
doing
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is hustling.
Yeah.
Every day.
That's one of the things I think I love about these shows, where you can literally go to an artist whose work you admire and you can say, I love what you do. Because there's not one person out there that's going, I'm killing it. Like, I'm killing it. I'm so good. You know,
Yeah.
I remember saying to Sarah, you know, it's such a Sarah of Lamb and Kid. I said, it's incredible. Your color sense. People can look at a sweater and know
Sarah.
that's your yarn. And she said, I'm the worst at accepting compliments. And I said, okay, but I just really want to tell you how much we admire what you do. You know, anyway, it was really nice to see everybody. So I do love that love fest that happens at these things.
I did say to a couple of people,
You suck.
I think, no, Lamont, I said, I think this is what heaven feels like.
Aw. That's so nice.
Like, you could just, and it wasn't me.
Kelly said that sounds like a soul-touching hug. You know what? It was special.
I was just going to say, it was not me being creepy. It was me being, I felt enveloped.
Yeah. It was such good energy.
Oh, I swear.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, moving on.
And Shayla was like, no, it's okay. He's an awesome hugger. Have a hug.
Oh God, I don't know that she felt like that the fourth time. Every time I saw him, I went straight for him.
Oh.
It was so good.
It was
you
so
guys,
good.
the memories, just the memories.
And just honestly, Jodi, coming around the corner and seeing people that you chat with all the time, like Vincent, Vesuvio's Crafts, Vincent was at our dinner Saturday when we all got together. Again, like, no veil. It's just like, let's get into it. We're all friends. Let's just talk.
I fell in love with Vincent, actually.
Learned so much about
you guys.
personally with
He
him.
is a horse. He's an animal trainer.
We might be the last people to know that.
I didn't know that.
I
about
didn't
him.
know that. And what I did know is I adore every person that we did get a chance to sit down with. I adore them. I feel connected. And it was just, they made our experience amazing. Everybody that chose to say hello at the grounds, and then our friends that we got to actually spend time with. It was worth everything. Worth COVID?
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Totally worth COVID. I would say that. 2 thumbs up.
Okay, it is 58 minutes.
Okay.
0
You guys.
knitting.
You guys. You won't see. You
Listen, people can fast forward later.
Yeah.
But people that said, you know, we weren't able to go to the show, they wanted us to share, and we are oversharers. So there you go. We've been sharing.
I think it's really important. I would love to talk about the breast cancer fundraiser right now.
Okay.
I would like it to be front and center.
This has been such a good week. The last 2 years, our friends Sam and Olga at Thread and Maple and Karina of Louie and Lola Yarns have got together and they have raised funds for breast cancer. And it's been so successful. They have raised, I think, over $15,000.
Okay.
Last year.
It could combined. Because there's, isn't there like a
I did
North
think
American?
it was, yeah. So
North American team?
basically you can donate at Louie and Lola Yarns. All of their donations are going to the Australian Breast Cancer Foundation. Everything on the Thread and Maple page, which we are team members of, it's all going to go to Breast Cancer Canada for research. So this year, all of these years, one of my patterns has been attached.
Okay.
The first year we had Coffee Talk socks. The second year I designed the Autumn Stripes cowl, which I loved in Karina's yarn. And then this year I designed the Hope and Sunshine socks.
Aren't these so good?
What do you want me to say? They turned out.
You got to be a little bit.
Okay. What I wanted was an elevated sports sock. I wanted a cabled sports sock.
Yeah.
It turned out exactly like I wanted. It's basically kind of ribbed with an asymmetrical cable. So there's not a ton of cabling, which is really nice.
And
they do knit up pretty quick.
Do you know what caught my eye right away? And as soon as you said that, you don't need to cable it. Just do the rib. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you want, for sure.
I don't want
But
I mean, I want this to appeal to everybody because I think this is so gorgeous.
Well, Karina's yarn is unbelievable. Her speckles, I'm in love with the colors. This is a very soft blush, and then a gold. This is obviously the Sunshine, and this is Hope, and this little color is called Crema. It is her
Tracie, that's so good.
It's her BFL sock base, and I cannot take credit for the name. She named this sock set Hope and Sunshine, and I was like, that's so beautiful for what this is all about.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I use that for the sock pattern name? So this pattern is part of a kit.
That little thing also almost reminds me of the breast cancer
Me
ribbon.
Me too.
You guys, these are so...
And it sort of reminded me of like hands being crossed, the support that people going through breast cancer would need. I just feel like those cables told a story for the fundraiser. I'm very, very, very happy with the way these turned out. And so this year, the way the fundraiser works is every day for a week, there are also raffle prizes. So anytime anybody donates $5 or more that day, your name kind of goes into the hat to win a prize.
Yeah.
So people have been donating so generously to us. We have been pulling a couple of things that we've had in the background. Every day there's a new prize. We've been in everybody's inboxes every day this week. If you get our emails, you're seeing it.
So
and Instagram.
When I say this is Tracie's doing all of this.
Well, no, it is we. It is we. Totally.
We have our own. Grocery Girls has their own daily prizes.
Yes.
Thread and Maple are doing their own daily prizes.
Yes.
So you can enter to win
Karina.
ours. So there's 3 ways to enter each day.
There is.
There's 3 prize.
You can enter as many times as you want every day if you want. People have been so generous. Our Thread and Maple and us, we set our fundraising goal as $5,000 for the week. That was hit, I think, on Tuesday. People have just been
Monday night before we went to bed.
So good. So we have reevaluated our goal to 10,000, which is amazing and incredible, and I hope that happens by the end of the week. So every day, check everybody's Instagram.
Yeah.
And Saturday, there's grand prizes drawn from all 3 of us. They call them, I guess, the grand prize. So everybody that's donated all week, now there's some grand prizes drawn on Saturday. So all 3 of us will have prizes drawn. And then Saturday at noon, we will have the Hope and Sunshine bundle, everybody's shop at noon, their local time.
What is the bundle?
So noon Mountain for us, noon Eastern for Thread and Maple, and noon the Australian time for... So basically we'll be the last ones, right, as the time goes. So Karina's will be first because they're so much ahead of us. And then, so people will have lots of chances to get these bundles. They are limited, but we feel like there's a good number of them. So the bundle consists of such a great collab, you guys. I think you're going to
They're
love
very
it.
limited. If people are looking for these.
That's okay, though. That's okay.
Yeah.
They're... Here is Karina's yarn. It is unbelievable. It's this gorgeous BFL sock set, so that is part of the bundle. You'll get a PDF copy of my Hope and Sunshine socks, and you will get a pink leather bucket bag.
I can't even with these straps.
I can't even with this too. The whole thing, I just think every year these ladies... I don't want to say outdo, but every year it's stunning what they come up with.
This has been my very favorite.
It's really lovely. This little bucket. It's got the breast cancer ribbon on it. It's got Thread and Maple's logo. These are made in Ukraine with their leather workers that do that. And it's light.
Yeah.
So it's a really good kind of mid-size project bag. When you put this in, like there's still plenty of room. So it's not teeny weeny, but they're calling it a leather bucket bag. So it is, and there's proceeds from all of these. There's a different dollar amount when we translate it from Australian dollars to Canadian dollars, but basically our shop is $20 per kit. Is going to go also to breast cancer as far as the donations go, and it's a little bit different for Karina.
Actually, I think we decided all proceeds.
We did.
So
we did.
So not obviously the cost of the bag, but instead of the $20, all proceeds will go. We're not gonna make any money on this kit.
And that's just our choice.
Yeah, we've decided to donate it all.
Yeah. But there are funds. So anyway, that's wonderful. So we're very, very happy to be involved on part of the team. There was a lady just this spring and a friend of Mom's friend, a young woman that passed from breast cancer. She left 2 small children behind. I mean, everybody whose name we have drawn for a prize this week has emailed us back to say their connection to breast cancer. This is such a widespread disease. We feel so good about doing our part to help raise money, and the fact that people are so giving as well. It's amazing. It's been such a good week.
Because if you haven't personally been touched, or your immediate family, everybody knows someone in their life who has been.
I feel like that is.
This is also October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we want to make sure all the women in the house and men, it's not only female, please get your mammograms.
Absolutely.
It's not
self-exam.
It's not embarrassing. It's not painful. It's not difficult.
It's not.
Please go get your breast exam.
It's not.
Yeah.
And early detection's key. The rate of recovery or cure for like stage 1 is almost 100%, I believe, when I was looking up some facts. So, early detection is key. Take care of yourself. And thank you so much to everybody that's been giving.
So we are going to, once this video is posted after the live is finished, we are going to put a link directly to the donation portion for us, so you can donate. We're asking, I know everybody, if they can, we're asking everybody that watches to donate $5.
If you can. If that makes sense in your world.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
We would love to say we smashed it. We would love to say we helped raise this money to go to breast cancer research, and we just want to do our part with this, and we're asking you guys to help.
I think so too. It has been amazing. It has been amazing. I'm so honored that they asked us to be part of it. I'm so honored they asked for a pattern. And I know everybody's going to be thrilled when they get their bundle. So thank you to Karina and Sam and Olga, and I hope everybody loves it. So on Saturday, one of the grand prizes that we're going to draw, we're each giving away one of these bundles, as well as other things. And we have...
What's your grand prize?
Well, that's one of them. We're going to draw 4 for us.
Okay, good.
One of them is a thread and maple binder. That big needle binder.
Jealous. I'm going to donate.
It's also, there's actually a little bit of knit collage yarn attached to that. There's also 2 Think Pink yarn bundles, which is like giant, like 10 skeins or more of different companies' pink yarn. I have to photograph that today. But two bundles of Think Pink yarn, and the thread and maple binder, and the bundle kit. So we're going to draw those Saturday morning.
So let me just quickly remind you.
It's a lot.
The link to donate,
will
be below this video, as well as in our description box and on Instagram, as well as in the show notes in Ravelry.
Yeah, I'll make its own little thread in Ravelry that'll be Hope and Sunshine fundraiser. And do you guys want to see? I haven't posted our the email. People will have the email in their inbox.
Yeah,
but do you guys want to see what today's prize is? The raffle prize. Okay. Our friend Jill Zielinski, who is also North Bay Fiber, donated 5 skeins of her heritage yarn and the pattern to make her angler shawl and a project bag.
That's gorgeous.
So that's part, but wait, there's more. Speaking of,
just let me say, there's some people looking on our website. This bag, you guys, we're going to say it again, is not available to purchase until Saturday.
I love the enthusiasm. We will have it. We'll have to modify our website and put it up there and just say that it's coming Saturday at noon Mountain Time.
Why don't we put the listing up and just say in the listing available?
And it is like an update thing, but just to be fair, we're all doing it at noon.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that was part of the giveaway raffle prize today. The other part of the raffle prize today, speaking of Black Pearl Magic and Lamb & Kid, you get a awesome Black
kidding?
Pearl Magic bag, the pink one, of course, and 4 skeins of Diamond Lane Pebble Dash yarn,
Wow.
which is 100% cashmere.
It is not.
Yes, it is. So all of that is the
You
raffle
guys,
prize for today. So
those were $75 skeins.
it's an amazing, like the generosity.
Those Black Pearl bags, you guys, are so hard to get because
so
they're
good.
so popular.
And that was the shawl size. It's called the Laveau 1.5.
Oh my God.
So if you're looking to see what kind of bag it was, that's the size. It is totally shawl size or fingering weight sweater or whatever.
Yeah. So if you want that daily prize, you have to donate the $5 each day.
Yeah. And I mean, that's awesome. People have been splitting their donation to
Yeah.
$5 increments.
Yes.
If you're able, that is amazing. Thank you so much for your support.
Every $5 helps.
Oh, every dollar helps.
Every dollar helps.
I mean, I think we pay more for a coffee at Starbucks, so I'm willing to,
Yes. I'm not.
Jodi was doing.
I already donated.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're good.
We're donating. We're for sure. Anyway, that was that.
Love it.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. I'm
It was
excited.
fun. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
in a great way, right? Like these ladies are so organized.
Oh
I'm just like thrilled to be hanging in there and supporting.
Okay, is anyone here to talk about knitting?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. 72 minutes and
Gail, can we stay at your place
Hello
in
from
Maryland when we
Maryland.
come to visit?
does that mean everybody in Maryland has sheep? If there's a Maryland sheep in
Whatever. Let's talk about our sweaters.
Okay, what are you wearing, Jode?
I don't know. What's the
Jodi,
name?
this was your birthday sweater last year. So this is the Aurealis sweater by Jennifer Steingass, and it's knit in the Fiber Company Cumbria, I think. And then the color work is done in La Bien-Aimée in Jodi's inspiration Jasper color.
You guys.
But it was fingering weight and double mohair, I think. I don't remember. But it was the same gauge. It ended up being the same gauge.
Oh my God, I love it.
Okay, you guys, color work with mohair and fingering.
You guys can see the halo where this isn't mohair, but this is.
It's so beautiful. It's got the really nice I-cord edging on the cuffs. What's on the bottom? A little bit of ribbing. I loved knitting this, Jodi. It looks so beautiful.
Oh my
on
God,
you.
I can't even tell you
Amy's
how much I love
blue
it. Yeah.
Jasper was the perfect.
Oh, wasn't it?
Yes, it's so good with that
so
gray.
good.
And this was my birthday gift yarn from you this year.
Yeah. Oh, is that funny?
I cast this on, like you left for your trip
Yes.
on my birthday. So we had lunch the day before. I got the yarn, cast it on, actually on my birthday in July. And this is on the vine in the fingering weight sock.
I'm sorry, that's such a good red.
Jodi, it's ridiculous. It's so
Okay.
good. It's so good.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it the minute you shared it. This is on the vine. And I just wanted to put stripes. So this is another color I'm obsessed with that Frankie Gray Fibres does, who is Jodi and Jordan. This is called Pinch Me. And it's just this really awesome blush, right?
Yeah. You're so good at putting colors together.
I was worried that I didn't have enough yarn for a whole sweater. I don't know
You're
anything.
so skinny.
I don't know anything about anything.
This is half a skein.
This is like, right, one skein wonder. But it's knit on a larger needle. This is the Jessie May's Cozy Classic Raglan.
Yes.
I don't really know. I'll have to look at my notes. But I knitted on like a 5.5 millimeter needle. Did 12 rounds of this and two rounds of contrast color. And just kind of, I love it. It turned out so, it's kind of boxy. My neckline turned out a little bit big, I'll be honest. And I did the tubular cast on.
Okay.
But last night, I took more of the yarn and did a crochet edge.
Yeah, you did.
And I pulled it in a couple of inches. Like if you look at my pictures.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
right along the very
right
edge?
along the very edge.
You guys.
Like I think there's pictures from Rhinebeck because I wore this.
It's funny now that you say that, I can totally tell it's come in.
It was much wider. Like,
oh.
So see, same sweater, same, like it was much wider.
You must be happier.
I'm
you
thrilled.
Don't love, yeah.
It just looked a little sloppy to me to have such a wide neckline. Right? So, I loved it.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's okay.
I loved it. I'll knit this sweater 100 times. I love your
I'm
yarn.
just going to stand up and change my sweater to talk about it.
Okay, good. So when we went to Cake Palooza, when we were on our journey for the day, we thought it would be fun. We did a sweater change. We wore one sweater.
We did.
We wore one sweater in the morning at Cake Palooza, and then we changed in the car for Woolen Folk.
Yeah.
We got maximum mileage on our packing. Okay, this color of this sweater, you guys,
wait for it,
is obsessive. I love it so much.
Okay, it's a total fail.
Not total. I mean, the color's amazing.
So
this is lessons. We're learning lessons today, you guys. Wide neckline, crochet edge fixed.
Don't you love that?
Yeah, I do love it because not everything works out perfectly.
And there are things that maybe you could do to troubleshoot after a garment's done before it's done, right? Or finished.
Right.
Cozy Classic Raglan, Jessie May. I love it.
Same pattern.
Same pattern. A 6 millimeter needle. Sonder yarn. This is their single held with mohair.
Right.
It's a recipe for like a match made in heaven.
It totally is. I love the color.
Here's the thing. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Well, I'm just looking at it and already I think now that I'm seeing it, like our gauges are different. Like I don't think you're on gauge for one thing. For whatever reason.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yes. I wanted it bigger. I wanted it like open
You
more.
got it. Well, success.
Okay, you guys, it's terrible. I also want. Okay.
Okay, things I love.
Is it as bad as I thought it was?
Things I love about this, Jodi never intended to do sleeves. She was going to do, it was going to be like a sleeveless raglan. So, I mean, I don't know that it's the failure you think it is.
Really?
If you put on a white t-shirt or a black t-shirt underneath that and take a real look at it, it is super deep here. Like you're going to have to
not go braless.
Right. Well, you can.
Whatever
it is you want to share. But so I do think part of it is that you're just off gauge.
So listen, the fabric I got is what I wanted.
So you should have just knit a smaller size.
I wanted a gauzier. But how did I end up with a raglan this deep?
Do you think you just counted wrong?
No, it's the right amount of stitches. Here's the thing.
No. Okay, so you just should have knit a smaller size, which would have given you a shorter raglan and a little bit less fabric.
Here's what I think happened. I like the size ultimately. I should have split for sleeves 4 inches back.
Yeah, and so
that's where I failed.
Here, you could do your every second raglan up to here, and then you still need more body stitches. So then you could continue increasing every round on the body. Like if you did about another inch of, do you know what I mean? Like 5 or 6 rounds is going to give you.
After splitting for the sleeves, you still.
No, you'd have to finish adding some sleeves to or stitches to your body only.
Okay.
Because then it won't be as many stitches here.
Here's my question. Could I have split 3 inches earlier and then added those extra stitches I was missing to my under the sleeve one and you cast on.
Not really, because then you've split and then it's going to go like this from your armpit out.
Got it.
So what I would do is, yes, finish your regular raglan every second round. Then I would do straight increases just on the front and back for another maybe inch or so. And then maybe cast on a couple extra stitches under the underarm. And again, those are adding to your body.
Okay.
Right? So then you would have a few more to pick up. That's what I would do going forward. But Jodi, I think you can
stitch it?
Yeah. I don't think this is garbage.
Okay. Maybe not.
And a yoke like that, I think they call that a combination yoke, where you do raglan, 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 and then just some increases, straight increases, where it's like the ranunculus is like that. The ranunculus, the love note has like that too.
Yeah.
They do round yoke and then raglan.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's different.
Okay.
Right. Those are both
This
different.
is from the blocking, the pins. I would have to steam that. But, so maybe
I
it's
feel
not as
like-
bad as I thought.
Right. And what do you think about the neckline? You're good?
It's bigger than I thought.
Because you could like pick up stitches and do a decrease. Like you would have to get rid of this, but pick up your stitches here and do it's not garbage, but it's not done then, right? Like you've got a few more things. I actually don't hate your neckline at all.
I don't hate my neckline, but let me tell you, like if I was doing it, I would probably have wanted it like that.
Do a crochet, like
What
a tiny
happens?
crochet hook type thing.
Okay.
It'll give you a few inches in.
I'm removing my veil. I'm not. Everybody makes mistakes, and that's why I wanted to bring this. Like, I think this turned out for me a bit of a shit show.
It's bigger than you thought, but I do think because listen, let's be honest, there was no gauge swatch. See, you're telling everybody like this is because people are like, oh my gosh, what happened? So that is number one. You had no idea how big your sweater was going to be because you did not know your gauge. You didn't know your gauge. Right? So
I'm not talking to you right now.
I'm not saying it's good or bad, but don't be surprised.
I'm not at all. I'm like, what?
You are. You're shocked. But that is, I know gauge swatches can be a giant pain in the ass. I've actually decided I love gauge swatching now, you guys.
I could do a flash dance.
Flash dance.
I mean, it's not terrible.
It's not, Jodi.
Yeah.
And it's just a different silhouette than you thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And that's partly because you really didn't know your gauge when you were going into it.
I'm going to put my other sweater back on because it's cozier.
I love the color. I love the idea of what you were going to
I'm going to repurchase this yarn.
Because you have something in your mind? Of
Because
what you
I
want to do
want
with
a sweater in this.
Right. Listen, okay. So, the lovely ladies, Tanya and Melissa at Sonder Yarn, they just released a new yarn. So, we've been in love with a Sunday morning DK since the day it came.
Yeah.
They now do Sunday morning on an ecru. They call it ecru. So the base alone, the regular Sunday morning DK is kind of a grayish heathered base. Sunday morning DK ecru is almost like a creamy base. So you're going to get
pretty natural,
a
pretty white,
whole bunch of different
pretty
colors.
light.
So they do have now a beautiful yellow DK, and they've held it with the limoncello mohair. And it turned out amazing.
Do not throw that sweater away.
See? So we both were very, very lucky, and we're shared some colors in the ecru. Totally knitting a sweater. This is Sleeping Beauty.
This is window shopping. Look at these
were
two
dyed.
together.
I don't know. I don't know. It's rude to say, but I feel like I found it's beautiful. It is a clay terracotta, not so brown.
I think these.
Which one's your called?
Window shopping.
Beautiful. So anyway, the ladies now at Sonder Yarn have so many colors in the DK. This DK base.
Yeah.
It's non-superwash wool. What's the blend again? 75% BFL, 25% Massam. It's got a slight little halo, which I love.
But look what we're holding it with.
Mohair.
Because we're knitting.
Halo.
Halo, sorry. Their new sweater. Melissa's new sweater.
Okay, grab the picture.
I'm bringing it up.
Melissa was at Rhinebeck wearing the new sweater. Tanya was wearing the new actually, a bunch of them were wearing it. The sweater is called Easy Like Sunday Morning. It's DK plus mohair.
Is that not the cutest name?
The pattern is free. And it's got kind of like the turtle dove feel with a deeper raglan. And it's got a skinny sleeve. But it's got this really elegant neckline. I swatched for this the night before we were leaving for Rhinebeck. And I just couldn't get it together enough to bring it as a travel project. But you guys, this is going to be my sweater. Look.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's the yellow. That's the limoncello with the yellow.
It's not limoncello enough for me.
Okay, you want the greenier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she's also.
I know. Then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna stripe it in black and cream because
they've got kits in the shop."
Yeah. But that's the silhouette. So you've got a wider ribbed, I think it's folded neckline.
Yes, it is.
I'm totally gonna do it. Like, it's different than what I have in my closet, and yet the same enough that it's that style I love. So that's the next sweater on my needles.
Here's the thing. I've got like a backup now of 4 sweaters. I need to reach out to someone who's willing.
I would never tell
paid.
people how many sweater quantities I have. No. It's none of your business.
I would like.
But enough that I love it.
This sweater, like right now, I need to be wearing.
Yes.
Like our weather has
Jodi.
changed. We're single digits.
I feel like that's your thing for the weekend.
Is this what you're casting on?
It's going to be my next sweater, yeah, for sure.
Tracie, I have the Easy V though. And then I have my
It's not
hedgehog.
going none of those are going anywhere. None of those are going anywhere. But you're right. It is winter. I love mohair. When winter rolls around, I love color work. I love mohair.
Look at this.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's funny, you guys, because the last 2 days I've been wearing my turtle dove, Melissa's turtle dove. I think it's the very reminiscent of this.
And turtle dove too.
And I could not tell you how much.
This has a way different neckline, which is, I don't know. I still haven't knit it, so I can't really say what the major differences are. But I feel like it's a good cousin pattern to the turtle dove where you've got that really cozy, deep. Look at that one. Here, the pink. Look at the pink.
That's that color.
Okay, you guys, I almost went for the bright.
I don't know why you didn't.
Well, because you know what? I can knit a whole bunch of sweaters. It doesn't have to be.
Here's the tip. What I'm going to do when I approach this sweater. I don't love a sweater neck that's really open. I am going to knit maybe 2 sizes down the stitch count for the
cast
neck.
on.
And then the first round into the sweater, I will increase to my body size.
Right.
Because I do not want...
You would increase to the cast on for the neck of your size.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll knit a smaller neck size.
Right.
And then my full body size.
That's actually kind of a good idea. I do get really cold and I'm kind of...
Yeah, I like it.
I do love the look. Like when I'm looking at those pictures, I think, oh, that looks so beautiful.
Yeah. But I like it slightly more into my neck. So that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Love it all. Can't wait. Beautiful yarn. Like,
I mean,
just,
you guys,
I am
look
so...
at this.
Jodi, that
Can you
color's
even?
everything. It's so good on you.
Okay.
And you know what else would be amazing? A striped version of that with the black. Because it's such a pale, beautiful...
I don't have to order black now.
Well, anyway.
Okay, so I am actually looking
There's
for...
no way we can go through all the stuff we have here.
a few test knitters.
Are you?
I'm looking for some... Not... Because I would really like a couple of these sweaters done that I know I'm never going to get to.
So you want a sample knitter?
I would like a sample knitter
I thought
to
you had
reach out.
Okay.
Because I'd like to pay somebody to knit a sweater. A couple of people to knit a couple of
So,
sweaters. If that interests you at all...
on Grocery Girl's email?
Hello. Our email is down in the description box
Okay.
below when the video... I would love probably three sweaters worth.
I feel like we should do an episode that is just sweater talk. Where we go through all the... Like, bring our sweaters in our closet. The ones we wear. The ones we don't wear. I feel
and
like,
why we don't wear them.
I think it would be a really fun... I don't know if anybody else out there feels like that would be good, but I just saw somebody say, can you explain how to swatch in the round?
Kelly.
No problem. No problem. And the reason you swatch in the round is if your sweater is knit in the round, it'll give you that exact gauge. If you knit flat back and forth, it's not usually exact. So that's the most accurate way to swatch for a sweater knit in the round is a swatch knit in the round.
Susan said she'd love that idea.
Okay, good. I mean, I was wearing a sweater yesterday and thought to myself, I still love this thing. It's like 2 or 3 years old. It was yarn that was not expensive. It was a free pattern. It's also Melissa's. It was her, oh my God, what's the one?
You're talking to the wrong person. You're the
Paloma.
One. Thank you.
I think. Anyway, it was knit with sock yarn and mohair. It's one of my favorite sweaters. Anyway, I would love to do that. Like our favorites and why they're our favorites. But swatching in the round, you cast on your stitches and knit across. And then instead of flipping your work to purl it, you just strand your yarn behind.
You have to slide your work back to the end of the needle.
Yeah, you slide your work back to the right end of the needle, bring your yarn behind your stitches loosely, and then knit across again. And slide it back down and bring your yarn around, and you're always knitting. Every row is just knitting, and then you bind off. And when you're before you soak your swatch, you're gonna have these strands like this running behind.
It's a circle.
It is
right?
kind of a tube. It'll look very wonky and very weird. And then you soak it in some water and press out the extra liquid, maybe roll it in a face cloth and give it a good squish. And then when I do that, I take really sharp scissors and run them under all the strands and just do a snip like that.
As opposed to your really dull ones?
As opposed to my crap scissors. Leave the crap scissors in the kitchen for the kids. And then I just smooth it, lay it flat, let it dry. Then you measure it.
Someone suggested a Zoom so they could ask questions. But we could ask questions right here too.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
Tracie, there was a lot of excitement with the first sweater episode. Where we only talk sweaters.
You and I, because you and I have knit sweaters for a long time and we're just talking to each other, I think sometimes we skip over some points that are maybe good tips.
Right, yes.
Right, like somebody said, I saw a comment earlier, how do I deal with the jogs on the stripes of this sweater?
Figure it out yourself.
Listen, I don't do anything different. I don't do anything different. I knit them. And I cut my yarn every stripe. And when I was weaving in my ends, I just made sure to do it so that it looked like the stripe was joined together.
You don't slip the stitch?
Nope. I've done it a million different ways. I've done it where you bring up the leg from below
I
and
love
knit two
bringing
together.
up the leg.
I feel like I don't get good results that way.
Really?
I've done it slipping the stitch. I've done it, and then I always say, we took a class with Vera Valimaki, who's the queen of stripes, and she said, I do nothing.
Yeah.
And it just depends.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
save this for sweater talk.
yeah. Anyway, she asked today, so that's what I'm going to tell you. I didn't do anything. I just wove in my ends in a way where I pulled up one end and it brought everything together. And I don't think you can tell.
Yeah.
So. And I love stripes.
Speaking of getting a class together.
Yeah.
That could be something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk knitting.
Okay.
What else do you have?
Well, I just shared a swatch. You go.
Okay.
Jodi.
You guys, look. But I did. So I can't take any credit. Sarah from Lemon Kid has knit the Rosa Pluma. I've showed you that more than once.
Is it Pluma Rosa or Rosa
yes,
Pluma?
Pluma Rosa, one of the two. I've showed you a couple of times on the podcast that she knit a hat. And that's what I did.
I love it.
I am going to knit the sweater. I bought yarn, and I'll show you the yarn when we come to that section. I did buy the yarn for the sweater at Rhinebeck. So this yarn, I don't know if you guys remember, but I bought this in Vancouver. Just a minute, I have the tag. Oh, here.
Oh yes, wool stock.
Yeah.
So it is in a gorgeous non-superwash wool. And it's kind of got a halo, hey?
It does.
Like
No.
What
Yes,
does it say?
this.
Yeah, what is it made out of? Just wool?
Yeah. I don't know, actually. I didn't look. Could be made out of
100% fine Highland wool. So Peruvian.
You guys, it's non-superwash,
It
but
must be the way
boy.
it's spun.
Hi,
Oh my
Zach.
God, it's
It
so
is
beautiful.
amazing. This is like a midnight black.
Like you think, looking at that hat, you think it's black. It is not. It is the most.
Like midnight navy.
Yeah, that's such a good color.
Midnight
Color name.
navy. And I added, you don't have to pick it up. We can get it after.
Oh shit.
I held mohair. Can you see the halo?
Yes.
With the natural. Right?
Oh, you guys, mohair color work. If you're a mohair person,
Yeah.
you've got to.
So here's what I did. I'm just going to tell you guys what I did. Quite briefly. Okay. So I have purchased the sweater pattern. Okay. There is no hat pattern for this sweater. Don't go looking for it. There is none. I printed off the chart. I printed off the chart. The chart is a 12-stitch repeat. And my yarn is DK. So I know I want to land between 105 stitches and 115 stitches is where I like the DK hat.
Can you put that on your head and show us how it fits?
Yeah. It's not blocked yet.
So you did a vanilla straight hat, but you incorporated the chart.
Yes.
Jodi, it's a good size.
So the chart is 12-stitch repeat, so I had to think how many stitches I like in my DK hats.
Right.
So I ended up choosing 108 stitches, divides evenly into 12. Right?
Awesome.
So then you can just repeat the pattern in 12-stitch increments, right? This is half of the pattern.
Okay.
Because this is the second half of the pattern. Because the pattern starts with a point like this, right?
Yeah.
I don't want a point here. Aesthetically, I just cut the I'm not explaining this very well.
You can literally choose whatever part of a chart you prefer, right? So you can play with what you want it to look like.
So normally this is mirrored. So this section is, if you flip it down, it's mirrored. And that's what the color work is around the sweater.
It's going to be so cool to wear them both.
Yeah. I chose to start in the middle of the pattern. A, because the whole thing wouldn't have fit on a hat. Right. Right? And B, it just seemed more natural to start here instead of at a point.
And by the same token, you could do the whole chart and knit a cowl.
Exactly.
No decreases, right?
Yeah.
So it just depends on your gauge. Again, for a hat, it's got to fit. So you did 108 stitches on a certain needle. Anyway, it's all about gauge too, right? Cowl, you don't have to worry so much about gauge.
No.
So that's kind of fun. If you guys wanted to do companion pieces to sweater. Jodi, it looks amazing. And I love that you always go to hat.
For decreases, I usually start a slower decrease to get a rounded hat at about 7 inches. But I want like a paper bag style. Yeah. Like my finished hat usually sits around 9 inches. So I'm going to actually knit to almost 9 inches and then decrease 3 quick rounds and you're done. Yay. So it's kind of like that.
I love that quick decrease. And it'll look sort of
and then put a big
gathered almost. Yes. I love that. Jodi, it's going to be so elegant and beautiful. And is your pom-pom going to be white?
Black. Black. You know what? I should bring both and just look for an option. It is going to be black. For sure, it's going to be black. I meant to actually grab it.
There you go.
You guys, the fabric that this is making on a 4.5 millimeter needle is incredible. You know what the funny thing is?
It's black pom-pom, but it's navy yarn.
Maybe I'll use a navy pom-pom.
Yeah.
It's funny because I cast on with a 3.75 needle for the ribbing. And normally my DK hats are 4.5 that I knit it with, but I always go up one size for the color work. So this was 3.75. This was 5.
Okay.
And then after I did the color work, I switched back to a 4.5.
Awesome. Those are great tips. And people can do that with whatever chart they have from whatever pattern, right?
I feel like, I hope people understood what I meant.
Yes.
Like, just, you can do this into a hat.
Yes.
Just pick the portion. It's got to divide evenly,
You've got to know your gauge and you've got to have your color work divide equally into the stitches.
Yeah.
And there's lots of color work. See, this is a bigger motif, so it's a little bit harder to do that with, but there's lots of motifs that are like 4 stitches or 6 stitches, and that's really easy to adjust into lots of things. But I can't wait to see the sweater / hat.
That's what I mean. Like I want.
It's going to be so good.
Now.
Yes. Jodi, I love it.
I love it.
I love it. I finished I got some FOs. I've got FOs and I've got a sweater on the needles. Okay, this one, I wish I had trimmed my ends, but let's just
How
pretend I did.
embarrassing.
How embarrassing. So earlier this spring, I did the Wild Rose Cowl in fingering weight yarn. This is with Moondrake yarn. It's called Wild Rose Cowl. That's one of my patterns. And recently, Mayak did a knit along with their yarn. So they have their Tibetan Cloud, which is sport weight yarn. And so I used their Tulipano Red.
So good.
And all I did, so this is, I did not modify the chart. I did not modify the pattern. All I did was change my needle size. So this is knit with
Look
a
at
3 millimeter, 3.5 millimeter for the body.
Okay.
This is 3.5 and 4 millimeter for the, I did not change anything else in the pattern. Just knit it as it was, but I changed the yarn to sport weight and I changed my needle size.
And how do you feel?
Freaking love it.
Do you like one better size than the other for you, or you like them both? They're just.
I like them both. So, what?
This
What?
needs to
I've
be
got-
worn with this.
I kind of think I've got a theme going on here, pink and red. So this is knit in Mayak. What did I say? Tibetan Cloud. It's a sport weight wool that is so soft. And then I had this awesome yarn from, it's Spin Cycle.
Yeah.
It's the color called Color So Nice. And it was based on a Lola Bean color. So I got this in the Lola Bean shop. It's the dyed in the wool. And they're both sport weight. And that's how it turned out. You had plenty of yarn to do the cowl with those little skinny skeins of Spin Cycle. You think, how far does it go? Oh yeah, I had like 8 or 10 grams
Georgia!
left.
We're podcasting.
Poor Georgia.
Is she sick today?
No.
Oh, good.
I don't think so.
I don't want to yell at
I
her.
haven't seen her yet. So anyway, super fun project. The wool is amazing. I loved it. I loved seeing people's versions. There was a few at Woolen Folk. That was exciting. And I am a little obsessed with cowls.
That's a real interesting study in when we think our needles, like they're literally millimeters or half a millimeter.
I know.
And what a difference it makes.
I agree.
You know?
It was surprising. So there's several, I'm actually going to write this sport weight modification and send out an update to the people that have purchased the pattern.
Was this fingering?
This is fingering wool. This is sport weight wool.
Oh, I love that.
And now I'm thinking I might do one more version where this pattern's going to have 3 different weights
like a DK?
in it. Maybe even worsted.
Worsted. Because you can always knit sub DK.
You can sub DK.
But go to worsted.
So
I
anyway.
love that for you. This is
Anyway,
so pretty.
I really enjoyed it.
And Tracie, I feel like you need to do another cowl.
Yeah, I sort of have one in my head.
Okay, good.
I haven't
Can
had
you get
time
on
to do
that,
anything
please?
lately. But I do love knitting them. Like 16-inch needle, just go round and round and round, cast on, bind off. Doesn't have to fit a certain way. Like they're very easy to just pop on and wear. We live somewhere really cold. So having one of these where you can just pop it on and be done with it.
Love.
Right? I mean, as much as I love shawls, they can be a little fussy.
And the color changing yarn, you guys.
Come on. Super obsessed. Oh, speaking of color changing yarn. Alert, new pattern.
Okay,
pattern.
you know, all these people are getting their own Spin Cycle yarn.
Color, I know.
Would it be ridiculous to think
dream.
that I could reach out? You know what? All they could say is no. I'm going to reach out
Oh my god,
to the
that would be
spinsters.
absolutely epic. Okay, another one of my favorite yarn changing, color changing yarns is Yarn Hero.
Yes.
They are phenomenal. They just came out. This little pattern I've seen teased before and never had time to write it up. If you go to their website and sign up for their newsletter, you can get this for free. This is called the Gridster Cowl. You can purchase it on Ravelry, which is what I did. Because I've already been getting their newsletters. So anyway, really fun. And it's one of those, you knit it flat and it slip stitches. And then at the back of it's only like this much seaming.
You guys, that to wear is super cute.
Right. And it's just
Super
a skein. I think it's done in sport weight. She said basically you can do it in whatever color you want. But her sport weight or fingering weight yarn, you only need one skein. Love it. So I'm seriously thinking I should make one of these and quit the rest of my life because I only want to do is make stuff.
I feel like we need to. I need 6 months of not working to
Oh.
knit all the things.
Oh, put it on the agenda. Sounds great.
I do. Like forgetting about, like I can parent from the couch
Right.
just fine. I've done it for years. I actually excel parenting on the couch, yelling at my kids from the couch.
Right.
Clean up
Well,
your
now
room.
they're older. It's like
No, it's like you kind of just like keep, well, not Jordan. I don't parent Jordan anymore.
right.
But, and Maddie,
Well, the expectations are they don't need you to do things for them anymore so much.
no.
So tonight I'm not feeding anybody. Good luck
No?
with that.
I
No,
love
no,
that.
but like you
No,
can
no, I
say
know.
that, right? And it's
I know.
not like parenting fail because it's not like you're saying to a 5-year-old,
Totally.
find your own
You're
dinner.
on your own.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I know.
that's so funny.
I know. It's time management is a thing.
Yeah.
Do you have any more knitting?
Tracie.
I feel like we
funny
need
you asked.
I don't even know how long this is going to be.
It's been so busy. Okay, I have this. You know what? We're gonna speed it up a little bit. Here, I have this, and I have this. Let's get on to
I
our
have
yarn.
this, and I have
No.
a whip.
I do have to say, a friend of the podcast and a friend of Frankie Gray Fibres,
This
Peggy.
is amazing.
Peggy, I almost remember her order, and then Jordan and I went and found it. Peggy, we met at Woolen Folk
Yeah.
and said, I have something for you. Peggy knit this West Knit shawl. Does anyone know
That
the name
is
of it?
so beautiful.
Do you know the name of it?
No.
Okay, someone will identify it. This is a Stephen West
Is it
pattern.
the Pierre shawl?
I don't remember. But
I love it.
It's knit in, oh yes, it is the Pierre. Look at you guys.
We still need that game show.
This is knit in Frankie Gray Fiber DK.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
And she put her own fade together.
look at those twisted stitches and this tealy blue.
Yes.
What a gift!
And she gifted it to me.
The last 2 fiber festivals you've been to, people have given you knits.
Whatever, keep throwing me my way. I will wear them every day.
Wow, that is so beautiful on you.
Guys, isn't this beautiful?
Yes.
I couldn't have curated a color palette more suited for me.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you, Peggy. I love you. That was so generous.
And it's totally
Yeah.
your colors. Like, that was so thoughtful. She chose
Right.
colors that she knew you would love.
Well, I said to Jordan, we now have to send her a gift certificate. She
Um,
bought all this yarn and then gifted
ooh,
it.
now you're going to get lots of knitting. No, that's really kind.
Right?
Yeah, very
Anyway,
kind.
yeah. So,
Knitting, just like when we knit gifts for people, it's a joyful thing. You're always
Yeah.
thinking of that person when you're making it.
yeah.
And that is just the
Oh.
kindest thing.
Monique hates her. She's not loving her selection for the M cowl right now. You know what?
The pattern or the yarn?
Maybe what she's knit.
The,
Maybe
the
she's,
pattern is wild. out
it's
there.
wild. But it's
I don't
Stephen
know
West.
what the heck is. I feel like it's going to take a left turn. I don't know what's going on with that thing.
He's genius.
It's just so unique. Like,
He's-
you can never predict
No.
what's going to be coming. I hope people are they must be having a ball knitting it though. Because it's such a,
I'm having a ball looking at
Me
the
too.
spoilers. Okay.
okay, can I share this?
Yeah.
Okay. I took my After the Storm sweater cardigan on a road trip.
Georgia,
Hi, Jean.
did you get your haircut?
Yeah.
I didn't notice. You look so cute. Georgia had a birthday.
Georgia had a birthday.
She turned 28.
100, and I'm 128. So I brought my After the Storm cardigan, which has been waiting patiently for me to get busy with it again. It is Kelly Fowler's it's her debut pattern. It is unbelievable. And
Oh, you made such progress.
I'm knitting it in Crafty that way in her sport, which we are very surprised to find out this is not superwash yarn. It feels like heaven.
It's gorgeous.
I've been loving it. And the stripes are in La Bien-Aimé's Corey worsted in the Winterfell color. And I put a ton on this. Like, I put inches and inches. I am into my
Are
ribbing.
you kidding me, Tracie?
Jodi, I
You
can't even.
in? I don't want to say home stretch because that's exaggerating.
No,
But finishing the body is a big deal.
it is a big deal. So I feel like I'm going to be hitting a milestone soon here. It's like 2.5 inches of ribbing. And then I'll do my sleeves, which are so cool. There's this
Yes.
little, you put some sleeve stitches on hold, and I'm going to Kitchener these together. Then you pick up for your
Guys,
sleeves.
it's genius.
I can't wait. I'm actually
Yes.
super excited. I am not super excited about the ribbing like 4 inches of ribbing here, but I am in a way because this is going to be the coziest
Do you
cardigan.
need 8 inches?
I don't know. Maybe I should read the pattern. Anyway, several inches. I'm going to say it's going to be a few inches. So I'm hoping I started this in the summer for our knit along, our sweater knit along.
Do we have a knit along? We don't talk about
we
that
actually
a lot.
don't have a knit along right now. So this knit along ended a month ago. Prize winners are going to be drawn today or tomorrow, and notified so that we can get some prizes out. But I can't even tell you how much I'm loving it. This is going to be a piece I will reach for again and again. I know it.
Tracie, you will.
In the pattern, all the stripes are individual colors. So like a multicolored version. I chose to just do like a dark navy. The kit came with beautiful colors, but I'll use them for something else.
It's a lot of purling, but I don't dislike purling.
I don't hate it at all.
The sweater to wear is so good.
Right? Do you think it's going to be good?
Yes.
I think so too.
You will love it. You feel like you're cocooned. Like the ribbing. Oh yeah, the ribbing is big because
See, she's got you where we increased here. So it's not going to be that thing you've got to constantly be pulling forward.
You're not, you guys. It just stays closed.
Listen, she's a very experienced sweater knitter.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of details put in here that is like her preferred fit, like a great fit. I think if you are looking for a cardigan that's kind of cozy, but it's going to fit you really well, this one's going to be good. I can't wait to finish it and tell you more about it. But right now I'm really loving the yarn. Is so soft.
Yeah. So good.
And I'm just ribbing.
Okay, good.
Ribbing.
Move along.
I need to get it done so
Love
I can
it.
get wearing it.
That sweater is the After the Storm
After the Storm cardigan.
Love it.
Ooh.
Shoot. Oh my god. Things down.
Things are falling. Man down. Knitting down.
So I feel like the yarn I got at Rhinebeck is what I'll show because I did have quite a few things in my bag that came in the mail.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what I'm going to show because there's so much here and I feel like we've got so much time happening. But whatever. Are we just going to keep going? Or
Keep going.
Keep
going. So we're super excited. We've just about finished gathering.
Are we done knitting?
No, we're doing this.
Oh, good.
We've just about finished with our Winter Grocery Girls box.
So every year for the last, I don't know how many years.
This might be our 3rd or 4th, 5th.
We've sort of done like a special yarn collab. And last year it was the box. And it's really fun to put together. And this year it's even more, I feel like it's even more fun.
I don't know. Every year seems to be next level.
Every year is just like, oh my gosh, I feel like this is the best. So Jodi, I asked Jodi if Frankie Gray Fibres would be interested in being the yarn dyer for this year's Grocery Girls winter kit.
We said yes.
So share what, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
This is called the Fairy Lights Kit. And that's the name of this brand new color.
The speckle.
You will get a 50-gram skein of fingering and it's sparkle. And it's very, very a light gray with a very subtle speckle. And then you're going to get 4 tonal semi-solids. You're going to get 4 semi-solids in fingering as well. That's not sparkle.
And this is a winter kit. This is not Christmas. We always want it to be something that appeals, you know.
We want to be inclusive.
We totally want to be inclusive.
Not everyone celebrates Christmas.
There's so many incredible celebrations in December.
Yes.
And I feel like I would never want to call something just Christmas when there's so many good things happening.
Yeah.
So that is and let me tell you, the yarn was so fun to knit with. So the 50-gram is sparkle. Hello. There's a mix of sparkle and semi-solids there.
So all these semi-solids, you'll find a very subtle speckle of all 4 colors in this.
And so Jodi dyed the yarn, and then she and I collaborated on the pattern.
Barely. Like my name was first. It should be like in a parenthesis, like a 2.
No. So for years, knitting ornaments has been something that I love to do for people. I love it. And I said to Jodi, what do you think about a like little clothesline or mini knits for people with the kit this year.
You had me at anything mini.
So that is what happened. We got together and we've got a selection of mini knits. There's a
Guess who did that?
Jodi is hat fan famous. So I love that Jodi's got a new hat for us. This is a yarn bowler mini pom. You'll get mini poms in your winter box. You'll get all the yarn, the patterns. And of course I love socks. So there had to be socks. So there's a couple of little socks. I've got the little, this is called the Fringe-tastic 10-row scarf. We have a teeny tiny colorwork mitten.
Are you kidding me?
You're going to get 6 patterns and the yarn and some goodies that we'll share later. But right now we're just sharing our gorgeous yarn. This is a marled stocking cap where you've got all the colors. And again, you'll get 2 pom-poms in your kit. And then this, we've got one more sock.
Like, are you kidding?
I can't even tell you how much fun it was to knit.
Isn't it?
Mini skeins.
Yes.
Mini skein. So the kit gives you tons of yarn. You're going to have lots of yarn. There's enough where I think I might do an I-cord, really, really long I-cord, so that you could hang these together as a decoration if you want.
So Tracie has small I-cords so you could hang them on a tree, hang them on a little thing, put them on a gift.
I love tying them on a gift.
Yeah.
So to me, they're done like this. You don't need a clothesline if you don't want to, but people, maybe they want to knit a decoration for themselves. I love tying these on gifts.
So then
they can even go on a bulletin board. Like tack up your favorite on your bulletin board where you see it all the time because you just love it. But look at the colors all together.
Amanda
Jodi.
just said a full size with those tassels. Amanda, it's coming.
Oh.
See, Tracie?
So much fun. So much fun to
I
knit
think you should do
miniature
a
things.
cowl like this.
You know, that was really fun. But the part of the big success, and everything is super simple, easy stitches. You get all 6 patterns. You get the I-cord pattern. This is just linen stitch, but when it's done in such high contrast yarn,
and switching the colors.
Yeah, it makes it look so amazing. This yarn, you cut every row you knit, you cut your yarn, but there's no ends to weave in because that's your fringe. So it's super simple. It's 10 rows, tie your fringe, Bob's your uncle, done. Done.
That's what the name should be.
Yeah. So anyway, that's one of my FOs, and
that's coming in 2 weeks, guys.
Yeah, that'll come
It's
up.
not for sale yet, but our box will be finished and ready for sale in 2 weeks.
Yes. Next time we're around. Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, get it for you, for a friend. Jodi, the yarn's incredible.
I was really proud of the yarn.
Yeah. No wonder.
Also, guys, this is my last thing of knitting to show. Hat Vent went to my test knitters last night.
Every year. I can't even.
So this year, again, I have teamed up with Nicole from Hugh Loco. It's called Ribbon Candy. And it's 4 solids, no, 5 solids, 5
speckled. The colors are so beautiful.
So I'll just quickly show you. And this year, you guys, I've added optional beads. If you want
if
you want to add some beads, it's not necessary, but it just adds a little
a sparkly zhuzh.
And then the mini yarn bowler pom-poms that can be found at grocerygirlsknit.com. Here's a little cables moment.
What a good
here's
mix of fun techniques.
First Latvian braid.
Crazy.
My very first Latvian braid. This one I love.
You have put the colors together so well.
And then this one's got some garter bumps, and it's got some yarn overs to create some little lace work.
Tiny knits are addictive.
Yeah.
You're done right away. And I mean, all of these have fingering weight yarn held double.
They do.
So you're basically knitting worsted weight. It goes so fast.
Or worsted or DK. I mean, because these aren't going to be worn.
Exactly.
But these are at my lovely...
Any yarn works.
Do you know what? It's the first time this year that it's gone to my testers. I haven't done a pattern.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well.
Anyway, I'm so excited.
That's exciting then.
That's super
What's
exciting.
this?
That's going to be just the I cord, just an I cord, just to show. Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, can you imagine this blue? This was actually my most boring. I just thought this is kind of boring because they're.
I don't think it's boring.
No. Before I put beads in the pom pom.
But even just that texture, I love twisted stitches. I love reverse stockinette. I feel like there's.
I have a full hat coming out in this.
Great.
And I'll show.
Can I test knit it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm just going to quickly show another hat that's coming out.
Yes.
I just finished. I have to write this pattern. This is fingering weight held double. And it's got just a little slip. This is slip stitch ribbing.
This is so beautiful, Jodi.
But you know what impresses me the most, you guys?
Is look at that.
Right? Where it just turns out so perfectly in the decreases. That I have to write. I have 2 more hats to come out before the end of the year.
Well then good.
Yeah.
Step it up. You've been slacking.
Yeah. That'll come out.
This is Frankie Gray Fibres too. What your colors?
Oh, that's Gilded and Lollipop.
Gorgeous. One of my favorite colors.
Right? We love that
Yes.
combo. Yeah. So that'll be coming down the pipe.
Things have been busy. We've had lots of our needles.
Busy.
We have been busy.
Yeah.
We haven't been just traveling and buying yarn. There has been a little bit of work happening. Very soon though, the knit collage knit along is happening right away here. So our yarns came, which is amazing. This is their new worsted weight spun cloud. They call it spun cloud light. So it's got the sparkle.
I swear every time I see the colors you've picked out, you know what? Next time you're picking it out. I'm not even looking.
Stop.
I'm not.
Anyway, I'm doing the colorwork sweater with the like flower motif. So the sweater is going to be this awesome, I think it's called green willow or something. Hazy willow green. And then the daisies are going to be yellow.
I'm going to pull up.
And then there's a couple of little stripes, and that's going to be the natural. But this has to be my next sweater. This will be my next sweater. I feel like it'll knit really fast too. Worsted weight yarn. So that was the sample they knit up. And actually the little stripes, those are a different color.
Okay.
So it is a 3 color. I guess you can do whatever you want. But I love it. It's got a little bit of sparkle.
Hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
This is what I'm knitting. In that color.
Oh. We actually saw some at Rhinebeck. Some test knitters were wearing.
This is what I picked first, and I thought, when I saw the other one, I thought, can I switch
just
my
think
colors?
too, you're not a white sweater person.
No.
That thing's going to be a disaster in 5 minutes.
I will not be putting the fringe, I don't think, and it will be shorter. I'm imagining I'm going to cut it off right here.
I love the jacket. Actually, Amy did one that's a jacket, like a shorter waist length. But let me tell you, that pattern is amazing.
That's it. Shorter.
And that's also by Vanessa, who did the Corrine Cardi. Let me tell you, we saw a lot of Corrine Cardis at Rhinebeck.
We did.
And that Serenity yarn is
beautiful.
Oh my gosh, love it. Okay. So, I don't even know where to start. I feel like
it's so funny.
There's no way I can show it all.
The girl at Rhinebeck that stopped us at the picnic tables on the way out.
Okay.
Was this Saturday?
Marianne and Anne?
Yeah, we were sitting there. What day was that?
It was Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. One of the girls that said hello and come to take a photo, she left her water bottle on our table.
Oh, no way.
Message me. I'll mail it to you.
Oh my God, that's so
These
funny.
aren't inexpensive.
Yes, she'll want it back. She'll need that back.
So, message me. I'll send
Marianne
it back.
and Anne. They'll never see this. They don't know who we are.
Shout out Marianne and Anne.
One of my favorite moments of the whole trip.
Marianne squared.
Meeting Marianne. Yeah. Okay. Did you want to share some yarn that you got at Cake Palooza? Is that how we're going to do this?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. I don't know what to...
You guys, Chelsea Lux has kits. I don't think this is going to end up being the kit that I bought it because the bag is incredible.
Everybody knows that Christina gets the coolest bags.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does everybody know that? I feel like she always knocks it out of the park with her. So every purchase got this holographic, awesome bag. Love.
This is what I got. I want to knit with this. Is it boucle or this is the slub?
Slub.
Okay, this is the slub, and then she has mohair. Rose gold colorway. I couldn't leave without it. I'm obsessed.
It's gonna make an amazing anything.
I
You
don't
can
know what
do
it's gonna
whatever. It's gorgeous.
Probably a hat if I'm honest.
I feel like Christina, I really love her color palette. Like there's very few colors in her palette that I think, oh, I mean, I could wear them all.
So this is 2 skeins wrapped together if you're not noticing that.
Yeah.
As a kit. Oh, look at that.
I know.
I think I should just wind it because this will be a hat.
Yes.
I can put it in the car.
I do think you should wind
Okay.
it. And I knew going into Cake Palooza, I really wanted to go see Christina's yarn, and a base that sort of had my attention. They call it their Luxe Cozy DK, and it is boucle. It's 100% superwash merino. It's a DK, and this is the color Gilded Rose. Is that the same color you just said? No, you had rose gold.
Yes.
So I've never knit with it. I have no idea what it's gonna knit. So I bought a sweater quantity.
Not sure what it's gonna do.
What? But I did. I really think it's going to knit up to be the coziest sweater.
Oh yes. The
Right? So
fabric
it's
is gonna
DK.
make, yes.
I'm imagining something very simple, like a raglan. Maybe if I have enough yarn, do a little bit of a turtleneck thing happening. I don't know what it's gonna look like with all these speckles knit up.
It's gonna be beautiful.
I've been knitting a lot of tonal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to swatch, and hopefully I have enough. I'm sure I do. I never know how much to buy.
I needed 7, so I bought 12.
There you
You're
go.
good. You're good.
But I bought it. I think it's a really good color. I'm excited to knit it. And her booth was gorgeous, jam-packed, you know, all of the above. It was very nice to see their group again. I did not get to meet Redbag Mike. I did see him talking to someone.
Who?
Her husband, who's just sweet.
Oh, yes.
And if you watch their, what is it, Vlogmas? Is that
Yeah.
what they call it? Yeah.
You know what I love? Getting into a booth and shopping with people you don't know.
Totally.
Like you're looking and you're talking about color and you're like, I have no idea what their color is.
There was a girl there that was like, I've knit something in this color. What do you think? And I was like, well, if you love it, knit it.
Yeah.
But then she ended up picking another color.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That was so much fun when I worked in a
agree.
yarn store, helping people with their stuff. Anyway, super fun. It was a great, great time. I don't even know what else to show. What else did I?
I am going to show any mail I got next time.
Yeah, I can't. There's just no way to show. This will be Rhinebeck, flashing of Rhinebeck. What else did I get it? I got Lemonade Shop.
That's what I'm going to show right
Look
now.
what I bought at Lemonade Shop. More boucle. And I actually wound it, and I cast on a hat, and it turned out to be too big. I'm thinking this might be a cowl. This would be really cozy. This boucle stuff.
Did you frog it?
Yeah, totally frogged it.
Oh, okay, because you started a hat.
I did start a plain hat.
Yeah, just to see how it would knit.
It's cozy. It's very nice. But I also thought, I didn't really have plans for it. I don't know. Striping it would be fun.
Love it.
This was a cowl kit. It actually came with another skein that was awesome too.
I adore Heather.
Oh my gosh, the whole family was
Who's
there.
the dyer? Yeah. Met her husband, met her daughter.
It was so great.
This is Rhinebeck 2022 colorway.
It is.
Do you know I still have the skein of Rhinebeck 2017 colorway I got from her?
I'm not surprised.
Just her color sense is really fun.
Yeah.
I gravitate to it.
I agree.
So I'm going to show you this. This is Lisa Frank Fan Club Sparkle DK.
Are these hats or socks maybe?
Probably socks.
This one's got nylon. It would be awesome socks.
This one is going to be a hat. Probably it's a boucle. It's called
My hat was a little bit too big. That's why I frogged it.
One of a Kind. But
I love
look,
that.
it's got some pink and some like mint and some light blue.
That could be a cool cowl for mom. So
I
black.
think it's
so black.
Gorgeous. This is Toxic Oreo Sparkle Fingering. This will be a hat held with natural mohair.
That's one of her
It's an OG color for her.
Right. I mean, you
But
can look at that and know exactly what it is. I love it.
She's incredible. And then the last one I got was called
believe that.
Pinky on the Brain, which is, I
So
love
good.
a cherry red and the hottest pink you could think of.
Well, that's that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Which will be socks with like a totally juxtaposed color. Like, I don't know, like a...
Like mint or aqua or
something, right?
Orange
that complements,
Yeah.
but just is completely different. That'll be socks as
Yeah.
well. Look at me having tension.
Look at you. I'm just shopping so responsibly. So like I said, we got to see Martha of Tuft Woolens. And this is her cider donut color in the hand bomb. This is only a color she does for Rhinebeck Weekend. So we bought some of this. We're also accumulating things. We're going to do a giveaway. I didn't go to New York Rhinebeck Weekend giveaway. So we got one of these for that giveaway too. But I loaded up on a bunch of Tuft Woolen stuff. There's no way the show notes are going to be comprehensive. I'm sorry, people, already in advance. I'll just keep adding to them as we go.
Okay.
I don't know what else I bought at Cake Palooza, if I'm being quite honest. Oh, I bought a bag. Okay, just a sec.
That's all I bought at Cake Palooza.
Okay, I did get and buy a bag. Where did it go?
Okay. I'm going to quickly show this. Kemper of Junk Yarn.
Yes.
I did get a skein of her yarn. She is such a fun dyer. Also one that has just joy with bright colors.
She's incredible.
This is called Astronaut Barbie. Her whole gig is Barbie.
She also, look at these amazing stitch markers that she gave for the
Yeah.
giveaway.
She's all about her thing is like Barbie.
These are Barbie Core stitch markers set.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get them at
These
Kemper's.
are all these stitch markers that I bought are Barbie. And I'm obsessed with my middle kid was obsessed with Barbies.
I was obsessed.
Yes.
I loved Barbies.
I still love Barbies.
I went to the Forever Yarn Doylestown. They had their yarn shop, and they had a booth. And one of the things they were selling was pink hazel
Tracie,
bags.
this is beautiful.
Pink hazel. I love Annette's work.
The inside is beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Pockets. This one's a drawstring, but it's got also the two little handles, so you don't have to close it if you want to. That was actually a really cool thing. I didn't know what was going to be there. Beautiful. Love it.
That.
Love it.
I love that.
Yeah. And that was it for Cake Palooza for me.
Yeah.
That's actually a little bit of a lie. I did get a skein from the Yarn Birds yarn truck.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's right here. Yes.
You guys.
Feederbrook Farm. Again, color changing yarn. So this is like those hand spun-ish types of yarn. And the Yarn Birds yarn truck had a whole bunch of them. These guys were actually at New York Sheep and Wool. They had a big booth. But I already got the skein. This one's called Reflection.
Okay.
I just thought it would be really pretty with a darker, pair it up with something darker, and it's really gonna shine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Love that.
It. Yeah. That's that.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you what came out of another Cake Palooza for me.
Okay.
I loved so much Tracie's.
Are you sure that came from Cake Palooza?
Isn't this Slow Burn from
Yes.
Farmer's Daughter?
That's Woolen Folk.
Sorry, Woolen Folk.
Yeah.
We went by Woolen Folk. I don't have anything more from Cake Palooza.
Me either.
So from Woolen Folk, Tracie showed you Farmer's Daughter, Candace, has her own spin cycle yarn colorway.
Right.
And I thought as soon as I saw Tracie's, I would love it.
So I said to Candace, it could be one of my all-time favorite spin cycle colors.
It's like pinks and terracotta and navy and like a gray blue, and there's some.
And you can put it with a solid
God,
and do
you
color
guys.
work or stripes or whatever.
I didn't
Or
know,
just knit it by itself.
I didn't know what I would do with it, but I knew I wanted some, so I got
That's
two.
called stash.
Whatever. She's lovely. It's not our
yes.
first time meeting her. She was lovely.
Listen, there were a few people that said, we want you to come see our yarn shop, and if any of those come to fruition,
Oh my
I will
God,
be
you guys.
thrilled.
I
So
think-
anybody that asked, yeah, we're in.
Don't tease. We're holding you to it.
We are here We are coming.
Bye, gay.
So also at the Farmer's Daughter booth at Woolen Folk, I picked up this collab with Rachel of Ritual Dyes. This is Pishkin, which is a Farmer's Daughter base, but dyed by Ritual Dyes.
She just said she used the Easy Burn colorway in her Easy V.
Oh, yeah.
Tracie, and that color would
Jodi.
go perfectly with
Yes. Because it's kind of like that. Yes.
I think that might be it.
So these are both DK, I think, right? Yeah, DK.
It's beautiful.
But dyed by Ritual. Anyway, it was a show. I think it was a show special because it was a collab. They were sharing a booth.
It's a beautiful base. They were such
super
yeah.
woolly and pretty.
Yeah.
I can use them separately or color work or whatever. I'm not sure. They might have had something in it, but I don't remember.
I don't feel like cooking dinner.
Me either.
Shayla! We were just talking about you.
Don't rewind.
Don't. We're not creepy on your husband. Really, we're not. We just love you two both.
We love you.
Happy belated anniversary.
Oh, huge. That's so beautiful. Those wedding photos they shared brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. So yeah, that was Woolen Folk. Yay.
Okay. This is not available, so please don't ask where to find it. It's a brand new base that's coming before the end of the year.
I can't wait to knit
from
this.
Magpie. It's called Quartet Worsted. It's 100% super fine merino wool.
Super wash. Look at the spring. Like it's.
Look at the roundness of the spin on this yarn.
I have to knit something with texture.
Yes.
This has to have cables or something. This is the Magpie color. So this is their custom color that they dye on all their bases. But Damie was so sweet and shared a skein. I cannot wait to knit it. So keep your eyes peeled. I think December you'll see.
What about designing a hat with these two together?
That's a terrible idea. I love it.
Because this is worsted too.
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, this stunning.
Feels unreal. Like it's just squishy, beautiful. It would make amazing sweaters.
Are you calling me plump?
She knows us.
Totally. She saw us in person. Yes. This base, you guys, is going to make the most beautiful fabric.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So I love the way
she
it took
treated
the
us
dye
to this.
too.
It's not available yet, but one to watch.
Awesome.
Yeah, one to watch.
And I did say how fun it was to see Michelle of Woolens and Nosh. And you know, her booth again at the end of the day was super duper wiped, which is awesome. I mean, she had stuff left.
Yeah. But
she brought tonals. She had a big display. Denise of Earth Tones had her own custom color, and they had a big basket of that. So I brought home some sock yarn. Yes, I did. This is Festive Fall, which is so retro to me. It's like a retro crochet blanket or something. And this is the Pretty Felt Garland. This is the one that was my first.
I'm going to tell you.
I feel like this is awesome. So this is her Targy base, a 90% superwash Targy, 10% nylon. It feels a little woollier than a superwash typical.
That's it.
And then I got Fancy Schmancy Pumpkins, and this is for our I Didn't Go to Rhinebeck giveaway. This is DK. Superwash DK. 100% superwash merino.
So I want to just quickly mention for Woolens and Nosh, she had 3 new colors that she's calling her holiday release.
Right.
And
that's it.
This is it. This is the Pretty Felted Garland that Tracie just showed you. She's got some stock in the shop that was left over, but she's going to specifically do a small pre-order for these 3 holiday colorways in several bases she's going to offer.
I think she said she's taking December off.
She is.
So all of this is happening soon, I would think.
It'll be November 1st is going to be the update for the holiday colors. So follow Woolens and Nosh, sign up for their newsletter. I didn't get Woolens and Nosh at the booth because there was a couple of colors that I wanted that will be available for pre-order.
Sure.
Hopefully on DK.
Sure.
So this being one of them, you guys.
I haven't knit a self-striping sock for so long. I want to cast one of these on right away.
This is Season's Greetings.
I feel like I should.
This is another one of the ones.
I love it.
That will be in the update.
And I was also thinking this could be the cutest mitts.
Yes, Tracie.
Right? Like it would just be the
Yes.
cutest little rainbowy mitts to wear all winter. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it.
So, Woolens and Nosh. Oh my God, you guys, I can't even. Oh, this might be it. Oh, autumn inspired. The grape. Oh no, not shown in photos. Dear Great Pumpkin. Oops. Anyway, she had a beautiful show of her yarn. We're such fans.
Huge.
Yeah.
And she's just a sweetheart. And she used to be a baker. That's where the
Really?
nosh, like the pie theme comes from.
Uh-huh.
She was a baker. So I feel like if we went to her house, we would get pie and knit stripe yarn together.
Only if there's whipped cream. Otherwise, I'm leaving.
Okay. I
Just
feel
kidding.
like the pie would be...
I'm going to flip a pie and leave.
And we did talk about being able to go to the Lamb and Kid booth.
I wanted this so bad.
Well, you
I'm
have to
ordering
order
it.
it.
No, I have to order it for like
It's
something.
called Sweetie. They had a hat, and I don't even know if I bought the right yarn, but it was a hat that was fuzzy like this with polka dots.
I don't. Yeah, I saw
So I
it.
bought
It's
the
beautiful.
pattern. I'm not sure that this actually goes with that pattern, but I do know, remember the wavy gravy things we just showed earlier? There's a wavy gravy cowl, and I know I can get it out of this.
Is that, what is this?
This is called Big Birdie. It's an Aran weight baby alpaca silk. So there's 174 yards.
You guys, is that the birdie base?
Big Birdie.
Yes,
Big
okay.
Birdie. Because I think the birdie is like more like lace weight.
Okay.
This is,
Big birdie.
I'm not super familiar with all the bases. So check out the details. But this, I think I'm going to do a cowl, chevron cowl, that wavy gravy cowl, because my winter coat is kind of this color.
Tracie.
It's going to look so cute, right?
That's so good.
Shopping with intention.
Hashtag relatable.
Maybe I'll do it this weekend. Hashtag
Whatever.
we know what you're talking.
Okay, you know who we didn't talk about from Woolen Folk? Yasmin.
That was
Yazzie.
such a moment.
Yasmin, who is our girlfriend who does the earrings.
Designs by Yasmin.
Yes. Designs by Yasmin.
We both got earrings, and
This queen, Sean, she was sitting there.
she was amazing.
Oh my God.
So we bought a bunch of earrings, you guys. I have my own pair. This pair is going to go in the giveaway for the... We like to travel and bring things back and give them away to people that couldn't go.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about when I... So this is Designs by Yasmin. She had so many colors, so many shapes. She's doing so much. So she hand crochets with a teeny tiny hook these amazing needles with like... Jodi, it's so cute on you.
What?
I got a tiny little...
Tracie.
I got yellow circles. Next time, I'll have to wear them next time because honestly, I can't find
Ew,
them.
there's
right
like crusty dry skin on my studs.
Sorry.
You know when
Oh,
you take off
when
your
I took off my earrings this morning,
it's
I was like,
ew.
we're overdue to be cleaned. Ew, don't be such a pig. Anyway, Designs by Yasmin. You must go check her out. Her earrings are incredible.
Tracie, I'm feeling myself in these.
You should. They're such good flair for people that love yarn.
They feel like nothing in your ears. They're
Right.
light as a feather.
Right.
Okay, that's it.
You bought
Whatever.
yourself 2 pairs of dangly earrings while you were away.
What were the other ones?
Oh, Birdie
yeah,
Parker.
I'm going to show these.
Whose
They're
name
here.
is not Birdie.
Whatever.
Which, you know, is only news to Jodi. She also had a big booth at Stitches West. She's a
She did.
West Coast girl too,
Yeah.
right? Something else we picked up, you guys. Lemonade Shop's amazing stitch markers.
She's got the laser. She does the laser cutouts.
And the cutest. I
Okay,
bought
I'm
ones
gonna
that I
do
thought
that.
were pineapples, but apparently they're rabbits.
I mean, I saw it.
Such
looked
an
like a
idiot.
rabbit. That's so funny.
It is. Anyway, they're so cool.
Okay, speaking of Birdie Parker.
143 minutes. That is 2
No.
hours.
Sorry, it's going to have to be longer. Birdie, you guys look at these.
Yeah.
I don't
Super.
love long dangly.
Yes, you do. Liar!
Who are we kidding? But these, and they're in garter stitch, you guys.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Show yours, Trace.
Right here.
So Tracie got a bit of a larger.
I don't
hoop.
remember what these ones are called. These actually come way bigger. I'm not taking them off because I don't think I'll be able
Guys,
to
look
get them
how
back on.
little these are. Like, not all of them have to be dangly.
There's so many cool designs. She's amazing artists. Their designs
Shayla.
of different. See, I need a smaller pair.
I feel like
I need a smaller pair.
I think we have to start wearing different earrings. Take out the studs.
My ears, honestly, I'm not even kidding you. In one day, I would have like red, itchy. It's so annoying.
Are you talking about your ears or are you talking about something else? Okay, I know what you mean.
But
couldn't you wear it to work for a few hours and then come home and take them
I
off?
would wear them. You know, I'm loving wearing them today.
Yeah.
I think they're super cute.
Anyway,
Jodi,
Bertie Parker.
So cute.
Look at the other thing from Bertie Parker, you guys. Talk about...
That's super handy.
I always have something that I can put... Like, I've always done like a lanyard for my keys.
Mm-hmm.
But look what Bertie has done. It is a ruler. It is a gauge swatch. It's metallic. And it can be clipped onto anything. Yes.
So, like, it really is like a ruler. It's brilliant.
Guys. But it's
what a great little, like, friend gift for Christmas.
It's going to go on my keys.
Yeah,
Yes.
I actually have a big leather loop on mine, too. It's such a handy
I like to
thing.
be able to do this and hands-free.
Right.
When I'm in
Yada,
a store.
yada, 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 yada.
So if I do jazz hands, I don't have my keys in my hands,
You
right?
just wick them,
Yeah.
take an eye out somewhere.
Okay.
Love it.
My ears are burning. Is that good? I'm just kidding. They're not.
It's so annoying because I do love changing out earrings and stuff.
Okay,
but
you
I
guys,
can't.
this is the first time I even tried them on.
Right.
I'm obsessed.
Right. And there's different shapes, different textures.
$50 price point, just if anyone's
Yeah,
looking.
these were 65.
Yeah. 52, sorry, 50. But they're solid silver.
No, they're not. They are?
Yes, they are, Tracie. No, they're not. I don't know.
Don't listen. I don't know what they're made out of.
I think
They're
they're
pure
silver.
gold. I think they're platinum.
I'm going to put these back on.
They're plutonium. I'm actually not sure what they're made of. Nobody knows. All the details will be on her website. The last person you should listen to is right here.
Whatever. Okay, now I'm getting punchy.
You know what we need? You know how at the end of Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast, they do the fact check?
Yes, they do.
I am not volunteering for that job because it's going to be
Thank
huge.
you, they're silver, you goofs. I knew it.
Okay. Well, then my ears should be good.
Mhm.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I love that I'm wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, Bertie, for calling out our bullshit.
They are silver.
See?
Let's
Can
rewind.
we mark the date?
Jodi!
I knew something before Tracie knew it.
I feel like you didn't really know it. You were just shooting out there, but you know what? That's
feel like I
awesome
did
to
know
know.
it.
Okay, good. So they are. And these were 65. I remember. I
Yeah.
just took them out of the bag too.
These were
Love.
1 million.
You know what I do love too? It's something super collectible. She's got
Yes.
so many designs, necklaces, bracelets, always something fun and new coming out.
Yeah.
And I love, she says, I love you anyway, even though you know nothing.
You're dummies.
She's so nice.
Okay.
It was anyway, love. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I went dangly. What else did you get at
I have one more thing to show.
Woolen Folk?
No, two. That's it.
Oh, I have Rochelle.
I sent my yarn in your bag.
Oh,
We're not going to show it yet
okay.
because we were going to, it's a new base, right?
No, I think we can show whatever we want.
Okay.
And here's a skein of it right here. I don't know that I have it all here, but so Rochelle, one of her newest bases, Rochelle is Moondrake Yarns. She's an indie dyer in Oklahoma. One of her newest bases is called Fua Fua, which means fluffy in Japanese. It's for the people
That's
that
what
love,
I don't think that's what it's called.
that is 100% true because I double checked it. That was fact checked. It's a fingering weight, 70% brushed cashmere, 30% superwash merino. So the core is the merino, and then the fluff is brushed cashmere.
Boy, that takes yarn or dye beautifully. That's very beautifully
It's fingering
saturated.
weight. I bought these two colors.
Wow. Is that fingering weight or
Yeah, it
probably knit
says
to-
fingering weight, but honestly, you could totally knit it to whatever, like
Yeah.
sport weight or
Yeah.
who knows when you swatch with
Just
it.
because it's so fluffy, right?
I love you guys. People that love fluffy
Wow.
things that think mohair is scratchy.
This is just pure softness.
Come on. I mean, Surrey alpaca is amazing too, but there's something different. Like this seems to take color brighter, right? Surrey's very
Surrey's
soft,
very muted.
Anyways,
No, I love that.
isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but something maybe around my neck.
This is also a new base. It's called Pika Pika. It's 60% merino, 20% silk, and 20%
Rami or something, which is like a
nylon.
no, it's what's it, like a plant fiber, like
Okay.
linen-y or
That's
something
what I
like
meant.
that. So the drape on this is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah. We can't wait to swatch with this and let you know what it does.
I
but
feel
it's
like
beautiful.
a shawl,
Yeah.
a tank top, a sweater.
Yeah.
And I just love that green apple
This is
color.
called. Oh,
Look at those together.
yes.
Come on. Or
Yes.
these, all three of them. Like, her colors are just
Yeah.
beautiful. She's very,
Beautiful.
very, very beautiful. She also, we're the only ones, we're the only ones without,
Now I'm feeling a little left out.
I'm so excited for Rochelle. She has her own spin cycle yarn color, which she did like a mood board and picked the colors, and then Spin Cycle did their thing. It's called Moonbeams.
It's very
for
beautiful.
Moondrake. It's completely sold out. She did a run of it. She put some of it in her shop, some of it at Woolen Folk. It is, the whole first run is sold out, which is amazing.
I love that.
So it will come back, but that I
Stay
love
tuned.
it. It reminds me of like chocolate and candy, like little
Yes.
saltwater taffy.
Yes.
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it.
so
I said to her, do you have any
much.
more of this? Oh, Pika Pika means shiny or bright.
Oh, I love that.
That's a great, see, she's just so wonderful.
She has it on her website now, Christine said.
What? The Pika Pika?
No,
No, this is sold. I talked to Rochelle. She said this is,
Oh.
but maybe there's a few skeins left. She might mean this is on the website now.
Oh, because I said it's new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, love.
Yeah.
She has beautiful bases.
Okay, love that.
Yeah.
The only other, I have a couple of things, I have my yarn from Rhinebeck. My sweater quantity of Rhinebeck, I bought one.
Right. I came home with two.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
Right.
And the reason why, listen, it wasn't because I didn't
Listen, Linda.
it wasn't because I didn't come across a million booths with the most amazing yarn.
Right.
My intention was that I needed a pattern first.
And I also just wanted to be organic about it. Like finding something.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like, where's that booth that I want? And where's that yarn? Like put all my eggs in the basket of I have to get that yarn. I really just wanted to go and have a good time. And if I did not come home with yarn, like you said earlier, that was perfectly fine.
That was perfectly fine.
Yeah. So I love what we got. And it was like a surprise find, kind of, right? Like that we hadn't planned on.
Kind of in the back of my mind, if I was thinking about it, I knew I wanted to knit that Rosa Pluma, right?
Right.
And so they didn't have any in the Lemon Kid, which I would have been more than happy to knit with the colors that she, because I wanted black and natural.
Right.
Because I love her. Yeah. So then I came across Highland wool. And you know me with a woolen spun.
Totally.
I'm a sucker for
this was
Highland
a booth
spun.
that on Saturday was so mobbed we couldn't even get in to see what they were looking at.
Yes.
But it was also one of the booths I think was so brilliant at how they handled their inventory. So this was Harrisville yarn, Harrisville mill or whatever, that they do all this woolen spun yarn. They had small selection of yarn, like skeins, which you looked at, and then they had a little piece of paper where you check off what you want, how many you want, your name, and then they went in another booth they had that was all curtained off, boxes of yarn that would fill your order. So they come out with a bag with your order.
So it's like the Wizard of Oz, the
Right.
Wizard of Yarn. It's
Right.
like, who's behind that curtain pulling
Right.
my order? So you literally pass them your slip, and it would 2 minutes later they'd come back with
You're
your
just
pulled
looking
order.
at samples, feeling skeins,
Yes.
putting little colors together.
That was genius. She said the Spin Cycle yarn is on her website.
Okay, well I have to look again because I was just talking to Rochelle the other day and she said I only have a few skeins left. Because I said I would like a couple more. And she said, oh, I only have a couple and I'll send them to you. I said, no, keep them.
Yeah.
I'll wait for the next go round.
Shayla, yes, Star. I don't know how we got Star watching us every time and that she still keeps coming back.
Shayla's amazing.
But she is amazing.
Star's amazing too.
Yeah. Okay, so my choice ended up being, it's a woolen spun in New England yarn.
Okay, that's crazy. I've got to order some more.
It
of
is
that
by
maybe.
Harrisville Design, and it's 100% virgin wool. There's 200 yards, so it's a worsted-ish. And this is going to be my Rosa Pluma. Pluma
It's
Rosa? That.
awesome.
So much.
So it's the dark charcoal.
Sorry, yes, it is ebony. Ebony
Yeah.
and white.
Oh, so they're black.
So it's a bit, you can see there's a bit of a marl. And rumor has it, this is the same mill that spins
Is it? Yeah.
Shelter.
Really?
No, you said that.
I think I said to you. I think it's the people that
we were
spin
positive.
Brooklyn tweed.
Tweed, their Shelter, their woolen spun yarns. We
Right.
think it might be the same. Don't quote us on this. But you guys,
Yeah, I don't know for sure. It
I
is
will
American wool, woolen. I mean, these are beautiful.
Cover your kids' ears.
Jodi.
I'm gonna wear the fucking shit out of this sweater. You guys. And you know, it's funny. I'm always like, how many colors can I get in a colorwork yoke?
Right.
This is gonna be one.
I know, I love it. And I think it's fun because you don't have something like that. I love that.
Okay. Love it.
So what I also
love this so much, you guys.
I also bought some colors at the Harrisville booth. This is, I did not even know what I was going to make of it.
I love everything together.
I love it. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I still don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's their Shetland base, so it's woolen spun fingering weight, and I think they're 50 gram skeins?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, 50 grams, 217 yards. So fingering weight, woolly wool. And I was sort of thinking, oh, I'm going to do like a couple of different colorwork projects, but honestly, I think I'm going to just stripe the crap out of something. All of these colors.
Mm-hmm.
So
Love
just
it
for
so much.
fun.
Okay,
Yeah, it weighs
let's move
nothing.
on.
It's so,
I don't want to alarm you and tell you how long we've been doing this.
I have eyeballs.
Okay,
I
good.
can see.
Okay.
It is alarming.
Wing and a Prayer Farm.
Oh my God.
We didn't
So-
buy yarn.
I have some of her yarn.
We saw some lovely offerings, but this is
We saw her sheep. Her booth was pretty busy too when we were there.
Wing and a Prayer.
This is Tammy.
This is like baker's. You know, like the flour basak.
Yeah. Tea towel. If you get it close, you can see that it's glitter.
Sorry, this is not going to be a tea towel. It's going to be a pillow for my couch.
See, that's a good idea.
Because look at all the extra
I was
fabric.
thinking, oh, I'm going to make a bag out of it, but this guy's upside down. I guess I could make a bag. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't want to use it as a tea towel either.
Just because I ruin my tea
I
towels. They
love
get
it.
so dirty
Right.
and gross.
Right.
But how cute. I wanted to... Actually, I'm going to go on their website. They had t-shirts too.
Oh, Jodi. Okay, don't order. I'll order two, and we'll just make one order, one shipping.
Okay. We'll look at it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. One day I would love to be out there at her farm.
Yes.
Somebody else whose yarn I love, and it was so nice to see again. The Prado Delana family. So Prado Delana Sheep Farm, Amanda and her husband and the kids, and they have the sheep and the yarn
Hansi.
shop. And she had brought her sheep named Hansi.
It's her son's, but I feel like
He was like a grayish, darker.
he was the
Listen.
sweetest sheep.
He would take any cuddles that you would give him.
Oh my
He
God.
was so
He'd let
lovely.
me nuzzle his face and kiss on him.
Right. So I actually have
Oh,
I have some yarn that's got him in it somewhere.
it's funny because it's funny. It's really cute. What they do is the yarn. It's all natural, right? So the yarn that they use and spin, they have it on the label from the
okay.
sheep.
So this is their farm. They make tons of yarn. They have beautiful sheep. This one doesn't have Hans in it, but it's Anna, Basil, Charlotte, Esme, and Ignaz are in this. So there's different shades of natural colors that they blend. This is DK, that's DK. I thought some kind of color work.
Spicy.
Isn't it beautiful? I so love it.
OMG.
And I actually bought a cowl kit. So this bag, they like naturally dye colors. They have colored yarn too, which I put. This is some of that.
I'm just gonna text a couple things to our group because I want to go buy 2 skeins of this. I want to dye one black and do some color work.
This is the Needle and Pearl Cowl Kit. And the designer is Heather Davis, who was there and helped check me out of the, like, cash me out. This was the base that they used. It's 100% merino wool. It's a worsted weight, and they naturally dye it. Look. Oh, I thought that was grass. It's not.
I thought it was sheep shit. It's okay. It's not.
Oh, smells like wool.
Doesn't it smell so good?
Yeah. So I am going to make this cowl. I mean, a super speedy, beautiful with the tree motif.
Oh, I think you'll wear that.
So the kit was the bag, the yarn, the pattern with the download code.
I love that. I just texted to us, Prado Yarn and Wing and a Prayer, because I want to make sure I go back to their sites.
Okay. So that was exciting. I love, this is why, this is the kind of stuff that I go to Rhinebeck for. Like the farm yarn.
Actually, it's funny because they're very close. They're within an hour, if I remember correctly, their farm.
These two farms.
And she said, Prado, she said, please come and visit. Actually, that's one I would really take her up on.
Listen, there's nobody that we said yes to that I wouldn't.
Yeah. I would put
be
rubber boots on and get
Like,
my hands dirty.
Do I get to work on the farm with you? Like,
I'm ready to birth sheep.
Right. We'll come at lambing season.
Oh.
Heather, is that you there? Heather, designer of the cowl, I think.
Oh.
Heather did. Anyway, this yarn, I would love a sweater in. Any of their yarns. Anyway, love it.
I'm actually, if I'm honest, I'm actually very surprised you don't have a naturally undyed, like a natural sweater.
Isn't this great? Like this kind of like beautiful. Yes. I love that.
And I didn't bring this because I knew you'd have it.
Yeah.
My bag was too full.
Okay, so the Prado de Lana farm, they were at some other event recently. They had these bags. And I remember thinking to myself, if I see that bag at Rhinebeck, done. It's a done deal. And then we get there. This bag is made by Tanny Casey, the awesome bag maker, who I had no idea was Canadian. But
she is lovely.
So fun to meet her. She's in Philadelphia. She silk screened. This is one of the sheep from Prado de Lana farm. This is one of their babies. And then they made this amazing canvas bucket bag out of it.
You guys, this bag is next level.
It's incredible. What do I have in these pockets?
You guys won't get this exact bag because we bought the last 3.
We got the last 3. So our pal Amber, this was our like Rhinebeck trip. We all had the same
have
bag.
to say thank you to her because she sold me the herd that she thought she would keep.
I know.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
Isn't she amazing?
She is fantastic. So we also requested the next bag be Hans because apparently... Because we love him. So look for, maybe there'll be another one at some point.
We're going to keep watch and we'll let you guys know when these, because this run is finished.
Yeah.
But the next run will be coming.
I'm sure they're going to, I think it was wildly successful. I hope it's just the first of more to come. And that's what I think is going to happen. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say it is because I don't know.
She said it was.
Yeah.
There's more to come.
Yeah. That's great. But the canvas is super durable.
You guys, this bag is incredible.
It's made to last. So I love it. I can't wait to start. I love it. And anything with a sheep.
My new black and white yarn will go in that bag as I knit my sweater.
Wow. Okay. It looks like a yarn truck exploded.
I feel like this might be my last actual purchased item that I'm going to show you.
People are going to look at the time of this video and think, that's obnoxious.
That's okay.
I'll be first in the line for that. But it's all good. Oh my God, so cute.
I love whimsical. I love fun. I love quirky. You should see my sewing room. It's got things all over there that's just so fun.
That's adorable.
Her name, she's Bonnie's Beasts. BONNYS Beasts.
Oh, Bonnie's Beasts. Oh, got it. So she's a needle felting artist.
She's a needle felting artist, and she was so sweet to meet. I knew as soon as I walked by, I would love one of her little pieces.
This is adorable, Jodi.
Are
you gonna hang it in your office?
Yes.
Hang it in your studio?
Like in front of I'll put a hook on the ceiling so it kind of hangs in front of the window. I mean, I have neon lights in a unicorn neon light, a rainbow. I love
needle felted things too. And one thing I thought,
it's solid wool, you guys.
The last time we went to Rhinebeck, we bought Going Gnome.
Yes.
We totally pooped the bed on that one because
I saw their Rhinebeck one.
That's what I saw later.
I was
so Going Gnome, also amazing needle felt. But this is the cutest. I love that they're so unique.
If I'm honest, I love that it was done for me.
Oh, I know. But I bought a pre-made gnome last time.
Did you really?
Yes. And I still have them upstairs.
I'm texting Going Gnome to me too.
Okay, Going Gnome. Let's buy some gnomes. I love needle felted art. Anything in wool, you name it. But she's so cute with her color choice and stuff. Yeah, really,
so I got
really
a bird.
fun. Yarn I've been wanting to get forever. Don't ask me why I haven't before. This was a sweater that I ended up getting on Sunday at Rhinebeck.
Okay.
So Loop in their yin yang yarn. It is so cool. They're reverse colors that go together. So this is song and dance.
Bonnie's Beast does custom work. What does
Really?
that mean?
It means you could get a felted Jodi Brown.
It would take too much wool. Too heavy.
Pass. So this is the fingering weight. I love this yarn. It's twisted and marled, but like complimentary.
Why did you buy fingering?
Jodi. I've already checked their shop. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I bought enough for a fingering weight sweater. And then as soon as we got back to the house, I was like,
what is the matter with you?
No, I'm just not. So I'm going to double strand it. I need a couple more skeins of the orange.
Oh, yes.
So I can hold it double.
Yes. Beautiful.
But I love it.
Yeah.
And it's a sort of a reddy tomatoey orange.
It is
and with
orangey.
the blue.
Oh, but the pair. What's the names? Did you say that
Song
right?
and Dance.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
I tuned out. When you said fingering yarn,
Song and Dance. She had amazing samples. Her booth is full of the coolest.
You got me a sweater quantity of this. I still have it. This is another sweater because she had that as a sample.
Yeah.
I just want to wear.
Send it to someone to knit.
That's what I'm going to.
Yeah, it'll make the coolest.
Yes.
And I imagine this to just be like a fun sweatshirty. Again,
Yes.
kind of like a raglan. Maybe color block the blue a little bit or something.
She had one where it was like 2/3 the darker color, including the arms,
Yeah.
and then 1/3
Love
of
it.
the lighter. That's what I think I'm going to do.
See, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Let me just.
But the colors are beautiful. It's really hard to pick. We actually did see a lady walking around in a sweater like this too, where she got the black and then she had the screaming hot pink stripes on her sleeve. Like it was just adorable. So I'm so
What's
happy
your
to
Instagram?
finally bring this
just
back.
Loop. Never mind.
Loop Fiber Studio, I think. Loop Fiber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time we went to Rhinebeck, Jodi bought a loop bump. She's very famous for her spinning.
It sits on my
Fiber.
shelf, and I look at it, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
For all you spinners out there, if you
I feel like I'm in that color family right now.
I know.
Anyway.
Look at her loop bumps, you
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
They're really special. I'll never spin it. I never bought it to spin it.
She's
I bought
a
it
huge boot.
because I want. Oh, here it is.
Oh, that's really cute too. See, I love it.
See, this is the sweater. This is actually the color Tracie
gonna
got me
say.
too. Oh, look. See, it's like 2/3 one color, and then that's amazing.
It's really fun yarn. And I mean, this was totally her like baby, like brainchild,
Yeah.
right? So
yeah.
I think it's a super popular yarn. People love it. And I'm glad I finally got
Peggy!
it.
Look! Thank you again, Peggy. I was
Aw.
gushing about you and how sweet you are. Thank you. I love it so much.
Oh, somebody said that loop bumps are so much fun to spin.
I'm sure they are. Maybe one day when I quit my job. I'm not going to quit my job.
You could do a lento and color block by marling. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's fun too.
That would be really nice.
Okay, I wanted to shout out the girl who did this. I would love for her to DM us.
That's amazing.
Kelly said, wow.
So the breast cancer for Thread and Maple, they're almost to the 10,000.
And we were
Our
7,000
team.
when we
Wow,
started today.
That's amazing.
Okay, you guys.
This was fun.
I love this community.
Yeah.
So a huge thank you to people.
Thank you for
who
the generosity.
can find it in their pocketbooks to give a few dollars
Yeah.
because the breast cancer fundraiser.
It's fun to do the raffles, but we're all chipping in our little bit to make such
Yeah.
a difference for people that are going through
Yeah,
hell and hoping that one day none of us have to.
yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Mwah.
Okay, so we met her at Woolen Folk. She gave us these stickers. She designed them and did them herself.
She's Knit Club, knit.club. So if you're looking for her, like I think,
Oh.
anyway, these
knit.club.com.
are adorable.
I just thought they're so fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably a breach of
I
every
totally
logo.
remember. I know. Show these to my husband, who's like, we're in groceries. Like, pretty sure they can't do that. It's like, well, we did, and I love it. So
I love it so much. She's really fun,
Yeah.
and I just thought these.
except they're not exactly the same.
No, it's whatever.
And they're super fun.
Knit club, knit. This is like Fight Club. But
I
knit
remember.
club.
I
love it.
remember.
She was
remember
fun.
meeting her.
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so no, that's not everything. Oh, okay, one thing. Here's my other tip. Wear good footwear when you go for these
Yes.
weekends. The day I went to Woolen Folk, I wore these really cute loafers, and I texted Jodi, like, as soon as I bought these are a giant mistake, but I love them. So they were black patent loafers with sparkle.
They're for
so
an
cute.
evening out, not fucking Tracie for 7 hours on your. I don't know what you thought.
Okay, so anyway,
They
end
were
of day
fabulous.
1, cute shoes, giant blister, whatever. So the rest of the weekend, I wore my Hohi hiking boots. Hohi & Co., they're hiking boots. Like slippers.
Yeah.
They're like bedroom slippers. So good footwear, people, and a great tote bag. And let me tell you, so many people ask me about this. This is by Jezebel. This is one of her newest things in her wool felt collection. She's got project bags. Jezebel kindly sent bags for us. She knows how much we love her stuff. She's so sweet and generous. Anyway.
Gail still has blisters.
Oh yeah, totally, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, so annoying. And we're so dumb. We know we shouldn't be wearing those shoes.
Yeah.
But this bag went through the ringer, in the suitcase, taking it
Look how
everywhere.
beautifully it wore already.
She's such a great maker. She designed this, and originally it was like a squared off bag. She's been perfecting the shape, the design. And inside you get the leather pocket.
The strap is more than generous, even to go over a coat.
Totally.
Or a bulky sweater.
This is made of Canadian wool. She's got all the details on her site. Everything. There's such a good, like, Christmas. This is one of the best. Like, get someone, put it on your Christmas list or treat yourself. Jezebel's products are amazing.
Yeah.
So anyway, this thing, a wool tote bag to a sheep and wool festival. Anyway, a good tote bag. You need a good
Sarah's
tote bag.
here. A shout out to Sarah, who hung with Amber at Woolen Folk
Oh,
and
Sarah.
helped make our day a little bit better.
She was super helpful.
Yeah.
And fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
Okay, you guys, I just have a couple of things to show. Did you have anything else you wanted to show? Or
Well,
not
I
really?
had one more thing that
Okay,
I packed in here to talk
Do
about.
it.
I can talk about it anytime.
I think you do it now.
Anyway, this is another thing, you guys. I bought recently. I got that. This is Thread and Maple. This is their project page. So this goes in the big binder, but it doesn't have to. You can just buy them. So when we were going on the trip, I had my sweater and I took yarn for a hat, and I was thinking maybe
Tracie
I'll knit a
takes-
sock.
Tracie takes yarn for like an apocalypse where she's stranded for 2 months and not able to get anywhere.
And I know, it's true. And the whole time I'm doing it, I think,
It's like me. Do you have a stitch marker? Do you have
what
scissors?
should I not be taking? Like, come on, you're taking too much. Because you think, oh, you're going on a knitting trip, you're going to knit a lot. That's not true. It doesn't, there's not so much knitting.
Because I barely knit.
But I did have everything I needed. So like a sock needle and a hat needle and all the tips for like, if I get through my sweater, ribbing and cable. Like, this thing was
Okay.
the tool.
I have to say it's hilarious how you think ahead of time. But
I was organized. Mentally, I had it all with me.
look how small and compact this
Listen,
is, you
this
guys.
thing came in my carry-on. It had everything I needed. And you can have your little, your stitch markers in here and everything you need. This thing was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I
do have to say it's amazing.
It was a test run. And I love how the leather is already getting like worked in and broken in. It's never gonna fail you, right? So anyway, this is a like review of I just bought something.
Kelly and Bouncer Mike. Do you remember?
Oh yes, how could I forget?
She sat in the throne at the end.
Yes.
That's hilarious. Hi guys.
Bouncer Mike.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, this project bag thing
Yes.
was a great way to organize without bringing a giant.
Look how tiny it is.
It was awesome. That's what.
That's what she said. You stick it in.
Laura Nelkin. Oh my gosh. Okay, again. She said she's having fun watching us.
Okay.
Which hour? I'm not sure where she's from.
What do you mean?
Anyway, Laura Nelkin. How fun was that to say hi to Laura in
Yes.
person? Walking through those barns at Rhinebeck, it was really fun to see people that you know of only virtually, and
Yeah.
you think, oh, I've met her pattern or whatever. And
Yeah.
anyway, saying hi to people was the best.
I wish I could do that again. Oh, we have a. I can't believe it. Did I just say that? Anyway, whatever.
You know what? I'm so happy you're there already.
Right.
I actually love to travel. The crowds were not my favorite, but
never
the connections were the best.
Yes. I would agree. I was cautiously optimistic. I thought my brain was. I thought I had PTSD and I was blocking out.
Right.
Because I remember it was. I was really disappointed that I didn't get the experience that most people say.
It was
Rhinebeck was like life-changing, right? I thought, well, I didn't have that experience.
Right.
But I had...
Because we also didn't see very much last time.
Right.
We didn't know. And I think anytime you go to a festival, you think, oh, I want to make sure to do this next year and this the next year. So maybe we just need to go more often. I have to say, I love that part of the country. I love this time of year. Right?
What about Vogue Knitting New York?
Now I just think you've had a stroke or some kind.
I don't know. For me, it's like if I don't buy any yarn,
I don't need a marketplace, but I would
sit with all the people.
Listen, I want to go to the fashion show.
Yes.
I would love to take a class. I would love to do something in the city. You're right in the
He's
city.
going to be there.
I know. Vogue Knitting is actually the weekend of our anniversary. That weekend.
Should we take Shane and Jeff and go to New York? Just saying. I wouldn't say no.
You're insane all of a sudden.
I wouldn't say no.
I'm always in. I'm always
It's
in.
the people, Tracie. It's the people. If you told me I got to sit with people again and just make that connection, you don't really realize.
Listen, I would love it. Hoagie's doing a keynote speech.
Yeah.
She and Vera are teaching. I mean, I think classes probably are full or whatever now, but even just to be able to hug, oh, I can't even think about it. That'd be awesome.
I don't know. I would work for a ticket.
Anyway.
Okay, next. Before
Stop
Tracie
it.
starts
We're
fucking
not
crying.
talking about it. I actually had a dream that we peeked our head around the class in Hoagie's class at Vogue Knitting Live.
Wouldn't you love a surprise?
She
like
lost
that?
her mind. That was my dream. Yeah, anyway, whatever.
Well, now you just said it. Rewind. Okay, I want to just let you guys know because
we need to edit some stuff out.
we are giant lovers of knitting books.
And Pom Pom.
And Pom Pom.
Bravo to Pom Pom.
We love Pom Pom.
To
Pom
the
Pom
max.
mags.
And you know what? We didn't even go down Book Alley at...
No, I know.
We could have said
Were
hello.
they there?
I'm sure they would have been.
See?
Fail.
You
we
shit
don't
the
even
bed.
know what we're doing.
Let's blame Amber. Ready, Set, Raglan, which we've talked about several times before, you guys. This book is incredible.
I actually think this should be our next knit along.
You've said that before.
But I meant it, and we never did it. But I think it should be our next, because you can knit any raglan sweater. Any raglan sweater out of the book. There's so many.
I'm not going to go into too much detail because
It's a year old. This is a book that came out last year.
It's like beating a dead chicken.
Ew.
Just kidding. But
Why would you do that?
We could go on and on about how great this book is. We've restocked a few in our shop.
People are loving it. It is one of my favorite books I've ever come to. I still haven't knit out of it, but it's also a workshop for those that want to knit a sweater. And it's a simple style. People say all the time, what kind of sweater should I knit?
Raglan.
I'm a brand new knitter. Want something that's going to fit. You can try it on as you go.
Raglan.
I feel like this is a great book for your knitting shelf, for a friend, and I would love to do a knit along. There's some in here that I'm dying to knit. There's a fingering and mohair
So
one.
I'm just thinking, like in December when we're so busy with knits.
It would have to go through to like end of January.
No. But like for our sweater episode, you could kind of connect this with.
Sure.
Anyway.
Anyway,
that's amazing.
It's awesome.
Also, we weren't able to gush about this book, you guys.
Yeah.
Ready, Set Socks, Ready, Set Raglan. This is now available, and we have this too.
This is amazing. This is 10 designs by Rachel Coopy, some fingering weight, some DK weight. Again, it's a total workshop for a sock knitter. All kinds of different tips and tricks and heels and ways to make your sock fit. It is way more than
Like
just
it's
a pattern book.
Pictorial tutorial. Look at that.
They've done the same thing with the raglan sweater as with the sock this year. So it's worth your money, I think, because sometimes you think, oh, I buy this book and never knit, whatever. But you can mix and match all the stuff in this book and make, I don't know how many pairs of socks. And these both come with digital download codes. So you can have a digital copy and a in-person copy.
Okay, I don't want to spoil it all because half the fun is looking at it for the first time when you get the book.
Totally. It's a beautiful book.
You guys, look, it's a million patterns. There's so much resources in here. You guys, if you haven't knit socks or you're a sock lover or you're a book collector, this is incredible.
I think so too. Really, really fun. Rachel Coopy is an incredible designer and has so many sock patterns and other things.
It's so beautiful. Like the feel of the paper and the paper they've chosen for the cover. Yeah. It almost feels like a waxed.
I know. And I love that they're like when you put them on your bookshelf, they're the same size. Yeah. They're the color. Yeah. Pom-poms. Pom-poms the bomb. Can we just say that? Does anybody still say that?
Pom-poms the bomb.
Pom-poms the bomb. So, yeah.
We forgot to show this.
Jodi.
Okay, I'm going to show it.
Jodi, it's literally 3 hours. We've just
let's show it next time. I swear to God, it's not going to matter to me. I just do want to.
I don't care. Show it, Jodi.
No,
This is Rhinebeck.
I'm not even going to open it until next time.
And then we can talk more about it. Maybe
I'll have started it. Yeah, because it's already pre-wound.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Frankie Gray Fiber is completely fully stocked. Jordan has listed the October Taylor Swift Yarn Club. This is so fun. This is based on the album cover Red.
Oh, well, the color's amazing.
It's very fall. It's Taylor in a car, and it's like very fallish vibes.
Is that?
It's not the red dress,
right?
But yes, this is on the Frankie Gray website. This is the DK. I did a tube, and then this is the fingering weight. It's very beautiful, you guys. It's like there's tan. And there's a couple different reds, and it's a charcoal.
Really pretty, like appley red. Yeah. Like it's so perfect for the season. It's not so bright. Like some people don't like super bright. Look how beautiful it blends the speckles when you knit it.
Yeah,
Jodi, I'm just gonna. It's gorgeous. You and Jordan.
This is all Jordan's brainchild with this. But it's been really fun to see. Someone who she never wanted to do crafts. Yeah. She never painted. She was never creative that way with her making. But to see them like put shit together after dying a year and
like getting inspired by pop culture.
Yes.
And then translating that to yarn, which is really fun.
Yeah. So this has been, okay, so this is the album cover.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So this is the album cover.
It's beautiful.
And that's what...
So the trench coat, and you can totally see it.
Right?
Yes, I love it.
So the next... Okay, Taylor Swift's Midnight album came out already. Know. But the next month, November, is going to be the cover of Midnights.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
I love a good yarn club.
Yeah.
A theme.
Me too.
Okay, so what's on the agenda this afternoon? Wow, this is like the most obscene mess ever.
We knew it'd be big, guys.
I don't even know how we're going to do show notes, if I'm being honest. There's so much. There's so much. I'll do my best.
You link everybody, though, don't you? You don't have to link people.
Well, it doesn't take that long to just make a link, but yeah, maybe I don't have to. You're right.
Okay. Like, just type.
Yeah.
Like, people can Google.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's going to happen.
I did crank tubes of my new Freckled Whimsy. You guys, she's got a Hocus Pocus collection. Well, now that we're over 3 hours.
Right. Who the hell cares? You know what? I feel like we should just all day.
Okay. Freckled Whimsy, Carrie.
I love this color.
This is called Black Flame Candle. She's got some in her shop.
Why am I not getting her club?
This wasn't club. This is what I ordered.
Whatever. Why am I not shopping?
I don't know. This one is called I Love You Jerkface, another Hocus Pocus.
That's beautiful.
And it comes with a mini. I just put it back together like this. And then this one is called Pinky Promise. It is like 8 stripes of pink.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it. Caitlin, Wanderlust Knitter, said, keep talking.
Caitlin.
Kate, is Caitlin, is your sister a designer too? There was a picture of these two they look like sisters. And then I thought they were both knitwear designers.
Do you want it?
Anyway.
Okay, hear me out.
Jodi, what are we doing?
What if we tried to set a Guinness Book of World Records?
Listen, that would be easy because we would never stop. Like we could
And
plan.
see how long we could do a podcast for. Like the
Like-
longest
like-
nonstop.
Like,
podcast.
remember those wake-a-thons in junior high where you stayed awake all night till like 4 and 5 in the morning?
Oh no.
Remember we
I'm
did
too
that. It
tired.
was
Yes,
like
I did.
9
At
p.m.
school.
to 6 a.m.
Yes.
And he went home exhausted and slept
And
all
there
day.
was
But it
always
was
a
pledges.
fundraiser.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
go through the yarn behind you. Ha ha. You know what? Somebody said
We're in a yarn store.
she wanted to know what yarn shop we podcasted from. And I said to her, I'm not going to take offense to that. I'm an intense yarn collector. There's our Christmas bobbleheads. I
I'm obsessed.
can't even tell you how happy I am that we are bobbleheads. Sam and Olga.
Yeah.
Kind of like knit for food. Yes, Laura, there is already that. And it's a fun, we're going to do that next year where you knit for 12 hours. You take pledges and then the day of it's called Knit for Food and it supports all kinds of things like World Kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, for food insecurity. And so knitters or
Oh, I
whoever,
love
they
that.
take pledges and then you knit for 12 hours that day. So instead of just,
Ew, I don't even want to knit for 12 hours.
well,
Do
it's a
you?
pledge to help people.
Oh, yeah,
That
okay.
are, it's not because you're wanting to knit. It's
Okay.
because, anyway.
No, you know what I mean? Like, have you ever knit for 12 hours?
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
And Laura said, yes, we need to involve Canada.
We'll be your Canadian link.
Anyway,
let us
that
know,
would be
Laura.
fun. I mean, we could do a Zoom during it at some point, just,
How
for people that have,
fun.
yeah. I actually loved that. That's, a food charity like that is, our world is a grocery store. Like it's food,
It's such a
our
great-
whole life.
Yeah.
And it's just been such a hard time for so many people. I think there's more food insecurity now than ever, right? With the way prices of stuff are going. Anyway, maybe I don't even know when happens, but if it
Yeah.
works out.
It brings us such joy to be a very small part of reaching people when it comes to the fundraising.
Totally.
The exposure of people that would not normally get the exposure. Like
Totally.
to be able to do that and know that we had a small part
And
in this
Sorry,
thing.
go ahead.
Whatever.
And part of it too with show notes, part of the reason I do links is because it's a lot easier for these small businesses to get traffic if people will just click. I mean,
Yeah.
people are lazy and we are those people too if you have to look too much. So the links in our show notes are because we want these small businesses to get traffic and get sales because we love we're showing you stuff we love and we want you to go check it out too. It keeps the industry, keeps the ball rolling,
Yeah.
right? Supporting these small makers. Everybody's in their house. Jodi's in her house dying in her kitchen. You are representative of so many in
Right.
the industry, right?
Yeah.
So the majority. So
Yeah.
I love that.
But also acknowledge the privilege that I have this built-in audience that
Yeah.
I can automatically just show
Totally.
my stuff.
Totally.
Very few people have that in there. Like the little kitchen dyer,
Right.
right?
That is
So if-
why we love to
Yes.
show it.
Absolutely.
Right? So anyway, it is a privilege
Yeah.
to be able to shine a light, and if people resonate and they want to go purchase
Yeah.
it, that is the dream. That's the wish.
Right.
Yeah.
Mom's,
That and hanging out with sheep.
Mom's probably wishing she went golfing.
She's like, I didn't know the
This is
podcast would be as
worst.
long as a round of golf.
and then she'll probably say, too much knitting.
oh, and my
Mom,
husband always comes home and says, how long was it today? And I said to him,
none of your fucking business.
well, no, I don't quite say that, but I was like, is that it? Like, that's all you want to know, how long it
Right.
was?
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, this has been a very fun recap. It's crazy long, but we wanted to bring as much of our trip to everybody as we could.
I'm offended because Vincent wasn't here today.
Oh, he's probably got a horse that needs swimming.
Right.
Because we found out he's an equine therapist.
Not only didn't he do more than just horses?
Dogs.
Yeah, he does more than he's a very interesting
Oh my goodness.
an interesting
and
man.
warm human. I love
Yeah.
him. Love him.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's travel more and meet more people.
Let's go to New York.
Let's go to
Bitches. Who's gonna meet us in New York? Yes.
Well, it's already a huge show. We just talked about how we don't love crowds, and that's like, let's put the crowd in a hotel.
Okay, right.
But I love the idea that it's folk knitting and it's a fashion show and it's so different. Again,
Right.
it's completely different.
Right.
Unless, I mean, them not.
Yes, I want to come to Trinidad.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
A beach trip.
Star, thank you. We could truly not do this without you here. And if you ever want to put your hand up and say, let's get another monitor or two, because Adela's falling down.
You don't actually have to.
Yes,
we
she does.
appreciate it so much.
She has to. No. Really, truly. I mean, we can get more moderators. Adela was a moderator. Now she's fired.
She was?
We did because for some reason, yes, she was.
That's funny. Well, she is fired.
Yeah. Right.
Where is she? Anyway. Anyway.
This was fun.
If we can send any of the love back to you guys that we felt on our trip, we're doing that today.
Star for president.
Star for president, you betcha. Yeah. All the love to you, Star, and everybody out there. And thank you again for your support of the fundraiser.
Yeah.
I have to go put an Instagram post up so people
Skip
can
that
see.
Starbucks, you guys, this week and send it our way to the fundraiser.
Yeah.
Skip that Starbucks this week.
So today is, I'm going to go put up our Instagram post and you can, you know, if you want to bid for that and we'll raffle it off. It's so much fun. So much fun picking a name at the end of the day and sending that out.
Okay,
so.
good.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
And then the kits are in our shop Saturday at noon.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's going to be fun.
We're going to put the donation link below so it's really easy for you to find.
Yes.
Because I think that's for me. And also, we're so close to 50,000 subscribed to our channel if you're not already subscribed.
Yeah. If you guys hang out with us, just click.
Tracie's getting nipple piercings if we hit 50.
Right.
So,
right.
Let's get to 50.
We're not putting that in writing, right?
Did I agree to that? Okay, guys, have a great 2 weeks. We love you, and we will see you.
Knit lots.
Yeah.
Knit lots. Have lots of fun. Enjoy your fall. Mwah.
Yeah.
I'm casting on new things.
I'm definitely not knitting.
I'm casting
definitely
on
not
a wavy
cooking today.
Gravy cowl. If this yarn works for that, I'm casting that on.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do with some striping yarn? I'm knitting a wavy gravy sweater. It's incredible.
I love it. I bought yarn for it.
It's
DK,
incredible.
Sonder DK.
Yes.
I bought a bunch of skeins of black and I was going to break it up like black color, black color, black color. Anyway, whatever. I love it. I love a chevron.
Bye, Joyce.
You had me at chevron.
Is that Joyce? Joyce?
Yes! Oh my gosh. Again, another friend, our Michigan Joyce.
That we saw for the second time now.
She was so funny. She came up, we saw her at Cake Palooza, and then there was a big, I don't want to say big lineup. It sounds obnoxious, but she said, I'm not standing in line to take a picture with you. And I said, good for you.
Yeah.
She was so funny. So it's really fun. It's really fun to see.
I love it.
I gotta share Joyce's new business too at some point. Remind me next time.
Okay, good.
Because it's really cool. All the sock
I don't
machine.
think I know what it
Yes,
is.
the sock machine people are gonna love it. Joyce and her husband build cone winders. They sell. You're supposed to use your yarn on a cone on a sock machine, which lots of people just hand wind on a cone, right?
I just end up sticking my skein.
I know,
onto
but the best way for it to come off for the sock machine is on a cone. That's the right way. Joyce and her husband built them. They sell electric cone winders. Electric anything is like my jam. If I don't have to like.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. So anyway, it's kind of fun.
Joyce.
So I will share that. I'll have to look it up. I'll get better prepared.
We'll get more info.
This is like
That would be
retired.
Whoops.
And now a new
I love
adventure. A new
that.
venture. Yeah.
But in something they love.
Yeah.
Right?
It's super cool. So
That's
I feel like the
super
people
cool.
with sock machines, I think this would make your life perfect.
Okay, perfect. I love that.
All right, gang.
Okay, guys.
This is it. This is really the end. 193
Oh, one more
minutes.
thing.
No.
Just kidding. Okay.